Previously on the YouTube Streets podcast. Because the
Hmm.
stupid things that he brought up in this is something that Natalie would come up with, and
Yeah,
now
it's
they
got her
changed
name.
it. Now
It's
they
got her
added
name
to it.
on dogs. It got her name written all over it, my guy.
Yep. It was right before the crash. You notice in those lines of text, there's nothing about erratic driving. We know Davion Flanagan ends up in the front passenger seat. We know Mackenzie and Dom had their seatbelts on per the black box. Oh, I didn't know this. Dom had his seatbelt on.
Now I looked into that and I got mixed results, but yeah, I thought we had spoken
Whoa.
on that allegedly. Because that's another question I asked. I followed up with after I asked if she was wearing it, but I seen videos where she be smoking and riding and there was no seatbelt.
Well, the Mackenzie supporters went from punching the air, and now TikTok tomorrow's gonna have all this fucking
But
look.
plug, you
Dom
gotta
had his
remember
seatbelt on though. I don't know if
this.
this is true. I seen the unredacted body cam.
We
I need to.
don't. We listen. We don't know if it's true, and you never know what happened in that whip. She might have started wilding out, driving crazy, and maybe they slapped it on like scared. We don't know what took place in that car. You know what I mean?
Okay, so anybody that just came in, Mackenzie's lawyer just said that Dom had his seatbelt on, and we've only remember Dr. Insanity said that she was the only one with the seatbelt on. Um, I haven't even seen one Mackenzie supporter even said that. See, they didn't know this, and now
Right.
they're gonna roll with it. Now this is actually a big deal for them because they could change the. It goes from what we said from the beginning. She was the only one with her seatbelt on.
Right.
Interesting. Here we go. YouTube Streets podcast, man. New Age plug. That was a previous live that we had a couple nights ago. In real time, finding out that Dom Russo had a seatbelt on. Now we do got the Strongsville Fire Department incident. Shout out to the person that sent me this. Um, and I appreciate
Um,
you for emailing this to me. And we got Corrupt Cartel in the building. What up, brother?
hey, Yuri, my bad, bro. My headphones they weren't clicked in, so I was over here waiting. I was like, what's going on, man? But shout out to you, shout out to the whole chat, bro. What's going on, man? Good to see y'all this evening. Thank you for showing up. We already got Jules and more Jules in the chat. We got Crows in the chat, Jules in the chat. Shout out to all y'all, man. Thank you, thank you. What's up, plug?
Shout out to the plug emojis and the crow emojis. YouTube Streets podcast. We here tonight. So we're gonna be going over a couple things. We got this Strongsville Fire Department incident report. I don't know if anybody. I'm sure y'all. Some of y'all seen it. I don't know if everybody's seen it. I've never seen it. And we're gonna go see if Dom Russo from this report really had a seatbelt on, and then we can move on from there, and we can get the
Yeah.
information right. I think that makes this incident, after sitting and thinking about it, it makes it 10 times worse. This murder is 10 times worse because she hit that wall so hard it killed him with a seatbelt on. So this whole time though, it's just crazy. It's crazy. We're gonna get into it. We'll get into it.
I
And
mean,
then yeah, go ahead.
eh, like, how do we just now find this out though? Like, they had a whole
I don't
court
know.
case.
Did
Was
the
this in the court
documentary
case?
say it? Well, did the
No.
documentary say it?
No, like, did somebody get hands to the discovery of the case, and now we're seeing it, or like, I
Well, a
mean,
lot of
because
yeah, because we didn't have the trial transcripts. I never seen the trial transcripts,
yeah,
and then we
yeah,
just came out with them, and then that's how we found out that information. Then
yeah.
somebody else, and if they might be in the chat tonight, sorry, I think it was a court lurker. It might have been court lurker. I don't know who sent me this Strongsville Fire Department motor vehicle incident with injuries. But thank you. And sorry, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So I tried to go back and watch the unredacted body cam again for like the third
Uh,
time.
uh,
I'm literally lethargic now. I can't do it. I don't know if
um,
I can't visually see it right now with Dom wearing a seatbelt. I have to go back later and do it. I can't do it right now, y'all. I'm like, bro, that's why the live was late. I'm like trying to make myself throw up. I feel like I'm Mackenzie Shirilla right now. I'm trying to be bulimic. I
no,
can't do it.
yeah, 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 yeah. But I mean, shit, it's crazy. It's crazy. You have more remorse than she does.
Oh, that's sick. She should have. Well, she showed a little bit of remorse after the trial, but then it switched. She tried to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
some pity from the judge, and in the
Bro,
switch. But let
they popping jewels out there, bro. They are
oh man,
popping
let's get
jewels.
into it. Let me go, man. Store bit 550 joules. Stay hydrated. How'd you know? So 2 days ago, I fell out. Dude, listen, I don't even want to bitch about Florida heat because everyone's dealing with the heat. I feel y'all. YouTube junkie, great channel. Floating Heart.
Oh,
Lisa
I gotta
Rivera.
pass that story. Go ahead.
Lisa
My
Rivera,
bad.
2 joules. YouTube junkie, 10 joules. Selena 984, 30 joules. Carmela Green, 6 joules. Natalie Chamberlain, 250 joules. Thank you. With the laughing disco. That's pretty
Just
cool.
go, just go, baby.
And if you do the Unk alerts, make sure it's for corrupt. He needs the
Yeah,
Unk alert,
yeah.
the super Uncle. What
Shit,
is it?
you could hit the motherfucking
Uh,
granddad alert over here, bro. I'm twice over. Shit,
the granddad alert, the crow, the
twice
old crow
over.
alert.
Yeah, the
Uh,
old crow alert. That'd be a great one. Yeah.
So this is a legit paperwork, right? And it's got, the incident number. We're going down here, right? Let's get down here. Reported by David Hafner, date 7/31/2022. And then you got the dispatch report, right? So
Yeah.
PD on the scene stating vehicle split in half, 3
Uh,
occupants, no one is conscious, no one is breathing. Driver is breathing, not
but, but,
conscious. Go ahead.
but man, I thought she was conscious.
Oh yeah, she
Like,
did. That's why. Okay, so right here we have a mistake, right? So that right there, maybe they made a mistake saying that Dom had a seatbelt on. I don't know, but we're gonna get into it.
well,
The
there's a
lawyer,
mistake somewhere because I've
someone made a
heard that
mistake.
she was conscious. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh no, yeah, yeah. So okay, so I watched the unredacted body cam. This is what we know. When they come up to the vehicle, she's not conscious, but she's breathing. And then when they open up the vehicle, when they get a hold of her, she then becomes fully conscious and she's able to say names and everything. She was in the ambulance talking. You know what I mean? It
yeah.
wasn't
So
so.
she basically sitting in the seat waiting until they got her before she opened her eyes, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah. So life flight upright against a building, paging for backfill. Life Flight will send a second chopper. We'll call it ETA. Metro, first chopper taking off, 5 to 10 minutes. ETA, first life flight, ETA, 5 to 10 minutes. And then they canceled the second life flight, 2 DOA, only 1 patient. Second life flight canceled, first ETA, 5 minutes. Life flight, blah, blah. Okay, there we go. And we're going to keep going down. C4, E3, and M1 dispatched to port. MVA car versus building. Entrapment noted. C4 upgraded to include E2, M4, and mutual aid squad. And we should have Fortune thought on this because he used to be a first responder. He probably could break all this down.
Yeah, some
Hey, the
of it,
link,
like,
yeah,
yeah,
the
some of
link
it
is in the
breaks
community
down.
if you want to come up. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
come on, Fortune. Come on, Fortune. Yeah, some of it breaks down. Like, you know what I mean? Those got to be certain little units. You know what I mean? Like, emergency 3, probably. You know what I mean? The C4, probably the police. E3, probably an M1. Like, those are probably medical, but a motor vehicle accident, car versus building. C4 upgraded to include E2. So yeah, yeah, I mean, it's like get a helicopter. Like they're basically saying the same thing.
You're a little bit choppy,
Probably
corrupt.
cut
I
out
don't
for a
know.
minute, huh?
Yeah, I think you're a little choppy. I don't know if that's on
Yeah,
my
yeah, I
end,
got chop.
y'all.
I know.
Go in and come back, brother. You're a
No,
little
no, that
delayed
was
too.
me. That had to be me. All right, I
Yeah,
might
yeah.
need to
Go ahead and come
restart the
back
whole
out.
shit.
Yeah, you got a big delay. Um, so let's scroll down. Let's scroll down because we're gonna get to why we're even here looking at this. Okay, prior to arrival. Patient dead at scene. No resuscitation attempted without transport. Dead without resuscitation efforts. This call is not related to drug use. Okay. And I'm gonna play something too. This girl on TikTok is spazzing out. We're gonna play her in a minute. Okay, so narrative history text. We were dispatched to the stated address for a car versus a manufacturing building. Upon arrival, Engine 2 and Engine 3 crews were already on scene working on extraction. The car had heavy damage to it. Drugs and alcohol were reserved to be in the car. Did we? So I didn't know they ever found alcohol. Drugs and alcohol were reserved to be in the car. Officers on scene stated that the car was found in the building by a passerby and it was unknown how long the car was there. Our patient appeared to be unrestrained upon contact. See, this is important. Our patient appeared to be unrestrained. Think about that. Like we were saying, I showed y'all the picture. She wasn't pinned in anywhere. She wasn't pinned. Upon contact, he was found. Okay, this is the pay. Okay, this is Dom. I thought this was Mackenzie. Retract. Don't listen to what I said. Upon contact, he was found sitting on the lap of the. This is Davion. Okay, sad. That's sad. I don't even want to read that. That's not why I'm here. It's not why I'm here. Continue. And y'all can screenshot and do whatever y'all need to do if y'all need to look at it. Salute to everybody in the building, though. All right, let's get to Dom. Dom was little, man. He was only 145 pounds. Something to keep in mind. Okay, so alcohol container / paraphernalia at the scene. Joe paraphernalia at the scene. I don't know if this is like one thing, but again, they're mentioning alcohol again. Maybe that's just the statue, but Toyota Camry versus corner brick building of high rate speed, no visible braking marks, massive damage to the vehicle, including separation of the front end from body and major intrusion into passenger compartment. All right, here we go. Oh man, I feel like crap. Okay. Motorcycle crash, 20 miles per hour, dash deformity, death in the same vehicle, side post deformity, space intrusion, steering wheel deformity, windshield spider start. So airbag safety devices, airbag deployed, front airbag deployed, side lap seatbelt with shoulder belt, side lap seatbelt with shoulder belt, front right seat. So does that say it? Whoever sent this to me highlighted this part. So does that does that say it right there that he was wearing a seatbelt? Is this where Mackenzie's lawyer came up with this idea and put it in, and it didn't get a fight back for it? You know, they didn't fight back saying that was not true. So all right, I think that's it. So right here, I think this means that he was wearing it the way that this paperwork is written, side lap belt with shoulder belt. So I think he was wearing a seatbelt. All right. So we got this girl on TikTok. She's spazzing out, y'all. Man, I don't know what the heck is going. Oh, my bad, corrupt. Come back, brother. Come back. Load back up, brother. Yeah, this girl on TikTok, and I don't even know her name. She's one of the people that's going in on Christine Russo. And this video is not, she's not mentioning Christine Russo, but she's basically saying that if Mackenzie Shirilla killed her family member, then she would still support Mackenzie Shirilla. I'm like, what the hell? Yo, whatever you were smoking, lady, there's a lot of people that would love some of that. Let's play the video.
If Mackenzie Shirilla did this to my family, would I still be advocating? Yes, I would advocate for the truth, even if that truth hurt me. That's how I'm raising my children, and that's what my family believes also. Davion and Dominic losing their lives was horrible. They deserve to live. They deserve to know the truth on why they died. Now let me ask you something. If somebody was spending life in prison for killing your child, and you found out even one piece of evidence was presented incorrectly or manipulated, that wouldn't eat you alive? You wouldn't wonder if this person should even be in prison or if it's even the right person? Because I sure would. That is why I advocate. The evidence does not match the way Tim Troop presented it. The crash happened at 5:35 a.m. Yet Parma Mover, 0.2 miles before the crash, catches her car driving past it at 5:37. How does a car go past a building when it's already crashed 0.2 miles away? She was driving, so no matter what, this is her fault. It was her responsibility. Well, you better keep that same no matter what energy. If evidence was mishandled or presented incorrectly, Cuyahoga County has a responsibility too. Accountability doesn't suddenly stop when we're talking about the government. And being behind the wheel tells us who was driving it. It does not tell us how the crash happened. Accidents happen. Medical emergencies happen spontaneously. So yes, even if it was my family, I would want the truth. Actually, definitely if it was my family.
Wow, this is crazy. So, first of all, halfway through the video, you had to stop the video. No, you were editing your video while you're on your bed and be like, you know what? I better put this in. And wait a minute. Man, I wish I could click and pause on when she's talking about that. Bro, she literally edited the video, went back to the video and laid fucking while you're on your bed with a pillow, be like, I need to add this. Y'all don't want smoke with this. What is that supposed to mean? I don't know what the hell you're talking about, lady. You just said that you would support Mackenzie Shirilla if she killed one of your family members. I swear, all right, whatever crack cocaine that you have, I'm telling you, you can make $1 million off that drug, ma'am. Because whatever you're smoking, I swear to God, this is crazy. This is absurd. Let's watch your other video you put out.
Just a little update on the Mackenzie Shirilla case. There was another filing in her federal court case yesterday. The Ohio Attorney General's office has officially entered the case. An assistant attorney general is now representing the warden. Now, before anybody goes running with that, this is normal. This is what we expected after the federal magistrate judge ordered the state to respond. This is not their actual response. So nothing huge happened yesterday, but we are one step closer to getting the state's response.
Natalie, so this is all you got. Natalie, you really got to put your money behind this. I believe this girl is definitely, I don't even think she's getting a lot. I don't know if she's getting a lot of views. I didn't look at the views, but it seems like she doesn't stop. And why? I just don't understand. I don't understand the first video still. It drives me crazy. So you're telling me that you're going to support Mackenzie Shirilla no matter what. Hey, tell me you want to fuck Mackenzie without saying you want to fuck Mackenzie. All right? Goodness gracious. Thank you for the donations. Kicking with Chaos. Thank you for the memberships. Ken LYD4, thank you. Pretty Zen, thank you. Steve A. Warrior. Steph A. Warrior. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Hold on. I'm lethargic tonight. Tony Torres, 1,000 joules. Awesome, man. That's what's up. And then we have Court Lurker in the building. RIP Davion, RIP to Dom. 100%. We'll leave your comment up. It's very important. We need to keep that up. While we're covering this case, while we're doing it right now, I got Corrupt Cartel backstage again. There he is, the Crow Man.
What's happening, bro? All right, man, I had to reset everything, bro. I don't know why I hadn't already did that from all the Xfinity being took out yesterday.
Sorry.
I never reset anything, so I had to reset everything. But hopefully, still not better now.
Sorry, I had to reset too. I didn't want you to go in and come back. Your internet's a little messed up tonight, bro.
Yeah, man.
Let's see if you can hang out, man. Let's see if you can hang. Let's see if there ain't too bad of a delay.
Well,
next thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad, bro. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to do something else.
All right, bro. Maybe go on your phone. Maybe go on your phone or something. Let me play. I want to, because I'm so. Hold on, man. I gotta listen to see what she says again on both these videos because I was halfway throwing up while I was listening, and what nothing to do with her. It's because I'm just not feeling well. Let me play this again.
If Mackenzie Shirilla did this to my family, would I still be advocating? Yes, I would advocate for the truth, even if that truth hurt me. That's how I'm raising my children, and that's what my family believes also. Davion and Dominic losing their lives was horrible. They deserve to live. They deserve to know the truth on why they died. Now, let me ask you something. If somebody was spending life in prison for killing your child, and you found out even one piece of evidence was presented incorrectly or manipulated, that wouldn't.
Okay, did she just say that Dom and Davion deserve to know the truth? Ma'am, I don't know if you know this, but they do know the truth. I mean, they know the truth to a degree where I'm not even a paranormal guy, but we have plain as day audio of somebody saying they killed us while Mackenzie Shirilla is getting locked up. Listen, they know what happened. They lived it, lady. They lived it, and now they're not with us no more. They don't need you out here trying to paint some other, trying to convince them. They know. They know what happened. So I don't know what the hell that was supposed to mean, but that was very tasteless. I think these people are very. I think at the end of the day, you could like this Lindsey Clancy case. This is probably the biggest conspiracy case going on right now, right? At the end of the day, you cannot forget that there is victims and there is somebody that literally in Mackenzie Shirilla's case that got convicted for it. So you're disrespecting the victims when you come with now with Lindsey Clancy. We're in the middle of a trial. So after the trial's over, she gets convicted. Now, what are people going to do then? That's my question because you cannot continue it because it's unless you got substantial evidence. And I ain't gonna lie, Long Crime's been playing with this too. We're gonna be getting into that case next. But lady, I don't know what that meant. I don't think people would appreciate you saying that. But let's continue. Let's rewind it back.
If Mackenzie Shirilla did this to my family, would I still be advocating? Yes,
Another thing too, I know where you got that shirt from, lady. I know where you got that shirt from. You got it from Walmart. You got it from Walmart. I was there. I seen it in with all the rest of the shirts. They got the little. Actually, they actually stepped up their shirts. It's a. I like the Golden Girls too, but I don't like your take.
If Mackenzie Shirilla did this to my family, would I still be advocating? Yes, I would advocate for the truth, even if that truth hurt me. That's how I'm raising my children, and that's what my family believes also. Davion and Dominic losing their lives was horrible. They deserve to live. They deserve to know the truth on why they died. Now, let me ask you something.
They
If somebody
deserve to
was
live. Of
spending
course,
life
they
in
deserve to
prison
live.
for killing your child, and you found out even one piece of evidence was presented incorrectly or manipulated, that wouldn't eat you alive? You wouldn't wonder if this person should even be in prison or if it's even the right person? Because I sure would. That is why I advocate. The
You
evidence
guys
does
haven't
not
gave us
match the way
one
Tim
fact.
presented it. The crash happened at 5:35
This is where you got to
a.m.
start. All right, let me tell you, Mackenzie supporters. You guys got to go back to square one. You got to start from square one, and you got to stick to a fact that you believe this is why Mackenzie Shirilla is not guilty. But instead, you want to act like a defense attorney and try to throw a million things at the wall, hoping that it sticks. Well, let me tell you, people, that's not how YouTube works. That's not you're not gonna captivate people. You're not gonna push a movement. It's not gonna work because you're not coming with a substantial fact of like this is why Mackenzie Shirilla had no intent. You can't prove that to me. But you know what we could prove to you and what the prosecution did? Go watch that slideshow again. Go see how much times that she did road rage. It's all there. It's not cool. It's not cool, man.
Just a little update on the Mackenzie Shirilla case. There was another filing in her federal court case yesterday. The Ohio Attorney General's office has officially entered the case. An assistant attorney general is now representing the warden. Now, before anybody goes running with that, this is normal. This is what we expected after the federal magistrate judge ordered the state to respond. This is not their actual response. So nothing huge happened yesterday, but we are one step closer
Thank you,
to
Court
getting the
Lurker.
state's response.
Thank you, Court Lurker. I appreciate that. Like, you keep sending the stuff because I don't know if you're the one that sent the unredacted body cam. I don't know if that was you, but that helped me. That helped me a lot. Notice it helped me think of the point where Mackenzie literally was just laying there. I seen it with my own eyes. Mackenzie, they had to be precautious. They had to use the jaws like to make sure. But at the end of the day, she was just laying on her side. It almost like she had her hands together and her head on her hands like a baby laying there. It was like, come on. What are we doing here? I'm not playing these damn games. Um, I got it. Oh, I got to see this first. I got to see this first. I seen this come up earlier. I'm like, what the heck? We'll come back to Mackenzie too. Just I got to play this, so I got to play this. So this lady wants, dude, this lady wants her death execution by hanging. You can't make this shit up. You really can't. All you Mackenzie Shirilla's supporters, all you Shirillas, you could be this chick.
Protocols. Attorneys for Krista Pike are requesting an alternative method of execution. Tonight, the only woman on Tennessee's death row is challenging the state's execution protocols. Attorneys for Krista Pike are requesting an alternative method of execution by hanging. We do want to warn you the details of this story may be disturbing for some viewers.
This is Caitlin Quisenberry has been listening into the court hearing and joined us now with more.
What are the two ways in which hanging achieves death?
These were the questions Krista Pike's legal team spent the day asking when trying to identify a judicial hanging expert. A challenge, as only 3.
Hold up. That comment right there gave me chills. Who is this? Vacay 2309 says she was blocking the shift control. I've never thought about that. Holy smokes. Now, when I go back to watch the unredacted again to see if Dom was wearing the seatbelt in the unredacted, I'm going to look at that and keeping that in mind. Like she's like covering over it. Holy crap. Great comment, Vacay. Oh my God. I never even thought about that. My personal Cash App is you can just donate to YouTube Streets or New Age Plug. But it's I don't know how it's spelled. I don't know if anybody has it. You can put it in the chat or just do YouTube Streets. But no, this is interesting to me because look, all these Shirilla people, you know, she could be on. If there's, I mean, listen, honestly, there's the families think that she possibly could have got, you know, the families obviously don't feel like there was justice here. So what if Mackenzie Shirley had the death penalty? Is she gonna want? It's just crazy. This lady is crazy. She wants to get hung. I would rather have firing squad. Hung is crazy. Let's go.
Tonight, the only woman on Tennessee's death row is challenging the state's execution protocols. Attorneys for Krista Pike are requesting an alternative method of execution by hanging. We do want to warn you the details of this story may be disturbing for some viewers.
This is Caitlin Quisenberry has been listening into the court hearing and joined us now with more.
What are the two ways in which hanging achieves death?
These were the questions Krista Pike's legal team spent the day asking when trying to identify a judicial hanging expert. A challenge, as only 3 states list hanging as a method of execution. Pike is scheduled to be executed on September 30th for the brutal killing of a Knoxville Jobs Corps member in 1995 when Pike was 18. Her team is pushing for alternative methods of execution, including hanging, citing the botched execution of Tony Carruthers.
Holy crap! She's getting executed for a crime she committed when she was 18. Was it a child? If it's if it was another woman that was 18, I guess it depends on the merit of the. I don't know. I don't know. This is crazy. This is kind of crazy.
He was scheduled to die last month, but a doctor could not find a vein to administer the lethal injection. Pike's team also cites concerns over, quote, unique physical, medical, and psychological conditions, making her death torturous if she were to be executed.
Okay. Now, if they can't find the veins, isn't it at that point, do y'all think it might be some kind of entity blocking from the state killing somebody? You know, it could be a possibility. Oh my God, this lady's eyes are wide. Holy shit, this lady on the right, dude. My gosh. Her lawyer got some wide eyes. Kind of looks like Chris Watts' girlfriend. But yeah, I don't know. Like, you can't find the vein. If you can't find the vein, it's almost like, is God trying to prevent this death from happening?
Under certain circumstances.
What percentage of judicial hangings are unsuccessful?
The advice rate for hanging is 3.12%. The advice rate for lethal injection is 7.2%, with the overall rate being 3.15%.
The defense argued a hanging requires simple tools like wood, rope, and nails. But the prosecution emphasized a successful hanging would need more specific tools like a trap door and specific rope placement.
If the calculations are incorrect, or if the ligature is not precisely placed, this could lead to strangulation instead of hanging. Did I read that right?
Correct.
Only 3 states still list hanging as a method of execution, including New Hampshire, if the commissioner finds it impractical to use lethal injection.
Yo, New Hampshire, y'all are diabolical. New Hampshire, you guys get slept on, but dang, you got hanging as an execution? Ooh.
Practical to use lethal injection. Washington, if a prisoner requests it, and Delaware, if that person's offenses occurred within a certain time.
Why, dude, it's holy crap. Washington, Delaware, New Hampshire. You would never think that these 3 states you can actually get hung if via per the inmate, which at least for Washington they said for sure.
Frame.
But some people document that people, dance on the rope while they're hanging and they're strangling. So I think that would be more of a significant, painful and anxious way to die.
The hearing is still ongoing, but if Pike is executed, she will be the first woman executed in Tennessee since 1819 and the first person executed who was 18 at the time of their crime in Tennessee since the death penalty was reinstated in 1972.
Thank you, Caitlin.
My gosh.
Bro,
there's a lot of
tripping.
records being held there. We got Corrupt back. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, can you hear
Oh,
me?
let me refresh.
Are we better? Is it any better? Any better? Anybody now? Well, we'll find out, I guess. There you go.
Mic check 1, 2.
Mic check 1, 2.
Oh, you sound way better.
Yeah, bro, I had to go reset the router, bro. I had to like for real go reset everything. But you are tripping.
I'm tripping?
Yeah, you're tripping, dog.
By what? What statement of
the veins, bro? Like,
the veins.
I need more info on this man. They talk.
Well, I mean, she was 18 years. This lady was
a man down, and couldn't get a vein.
Hold on. Let's see what she did. Christina Pike, right? Oh, I'm in the wrong area here.
So who did they try to put down before her though? Who that's who they couldn't find a vein on was her?
Yeah, Christina Pike. I'm gonna see what she did because I'm telling you, it might be God, bro. Like, not letting her die.
Well, bro, like, cause I want to know, like, if she was an intravenous user, if like, I want to know certain things, like certain people, you know what I mean? Like, how old is she now? Like, is she diabetic? Like there could be a lot of reasons why you couldn't find a vein, man. And I mean, which is crazy though, because they got the machines they can put over your arm, and it like lights that shit, like lights it up like it's some Star Wars, so that yeah, you can see all the veins and go know right where to go.
Okay, so Christina Gale Pike, born on March 10th, 1976, is an American convicted murderer who is
Shit.
incarcerated on the death in Tennessee. In
At Job Corps?
1995, I have no clue. In 1995, at the age of 18, Pike murdered her 19-year-old classmate Colin Slimmer in Knoxville. Pike
Yeah.
and two friends lured Slimmer. Okay, this is very similar to uh the Jacob
So
DeLashma case. Go ahead.
so she was in Job Corps, bro, which they send a lot of troubled youth to Job Corps. Like we got a Job Corps near us, and Job Corps is usually like children that at risk, been in trouble, like need some reform. Like they've done decent, but like they try to get them jobs. They try to like basically overwatch them become adults, right? So I mean, so she had already been out there living some type of life to be in Job Corps, bro. I've known a lot of cats that went to Job Corps.
Oh, so the severity of the crime is why she got the death penalty. She actually beat and tortured and killed this girl. She's one of the youngest women to be sentenced to death in the United States of America. She was scheduled to be executed on September 30th, 2026. If carried out, she would be the first woman executed in Tennessee in over 2 centuries, which is freaking crazy.
That is wild when you think about it. Centuries, bro. That's 200 years.
What is that song? I'm a GD for a quarter century.
Never heard it.
No, okay.
On Larry.
On Larry.
Oh, Barry, bitch. What you know? Come on.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah, but I don't
that's
think
crazy.
God's stepping in the way of it, bro. I don't think God called in the pardon or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I just think some people it's just hard to hit a vein too.
She tried to overdose off Tylenol when she was in 3rd grade.
Acetaminophen fiend.
You know how to say that very well.
Acetaminophen, yeah.
Speaking of medications, we didn't have you up here the other night, but I do want to get into this. You were on every single medication
Not on
Lindsey
like
Clancy was on. Be honest with me, bro.
not prescribed.
Come on, bro.
No.
Listen, we here tonight. I really don't want you to lie to the people.
Bro, look, not prescribed. No. Not
yeah, not
prescribed.
obviously not prescribed, bro.
And allegedly, like, we might have to bring the list back up, bro. But I know there's a lot of them that I at least tried.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Oh, they talked about that today during court. Interesting. Oh, they brought the pill bottles in the freaking courthouse today. Okay.
Yeah, bro, they should. Like, look, I know somebody that you go to their house, open up 2 different cabinets, bro, and it's filled with nothing but bottles. Every time they go to the pharmacy, they come back with 2 grocery bags, bro. No lie.
All right, so can you see the left side of this?
Bro, I can't see much, and I'm afraid if I
Oh,
blow
let
it
me
up,
zoom.
I'm gonna lag. I don't know. Okay, diazepam, definitely.
That's a benzo, right? That's what it says. It's a Valium.
Yeah, that's a little something, you know.
Okay.
Where we at? The one with the L, I'd never, but like this one right here in the middle, one of my favorite things in the whole world.
And that is what, Klonopin?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the
What she got? She got half a milligram of that for what?
Oh,
4
that's what
times a day?
Klonopin. Oh, there we go. 0.5 milligrams. Is that a lot of? Let me ask you that. Is that a lot of Klonopin? Is that enough for it to go into psychosis? You know.
I mean, by itself, just 1/2 a milligram? No.
Now I don't think she was
But
on. She wasn't on Klonopin in January
but
2023.
there could be older stories of me with like 20 of those that I was psychosis.
I want to know what she was on in 20. So this is see the bottom one right here. She was on this 1/16/2023.
What's the it say the E? What's the E word right there?
Ellaville.
Eleville. That's a SSID. That's like what Trump trying to ban. So
The
Eleville,
antidepressant.
yeah. So really, bro, like the only time I messed with anything that was like that was like I saw Wellbutrin at one point when I was young. We messed with Wellbutrin because, like, bro, when I was young, we did anything we could. You know what I mean? Like, we like, bro, we used to go hit the grandparents' cabinets or the parents' cabinets or whoever's cabinets, and yeah, like, bro, I got a story for you, man. One day, we was all at school. This is like 7th grade, and I'm talking to all my buddies, and I had got my first pain pill from my mama. It was a Lortab. It was a Lortab 10. Got it, fell in love with it. I went to school. I told everybody, yo, go check for anything that has these kind of warnings on it. And next day, everybody came to school, bro. Everybody brought something, you know what I mean? And, like, we went through them, and everybody just started taking them, bro. We was mixing whatever with whatever. And it got to be like 2nd or 3rd period, bro. I get pulled out of class into the office. And I'm like, man, I ain't even did nothing, bro. Well, I get told that one kid done fished out in the hallway and busted his head off of a drinking fountain. I get told another kid had to go had to go get his stomach pumped. They're asking me if I know anything about it. Not like there's no evidence pointing towards me, right? But like these are just people I know, happen to know that be around, and so they asking me, do I know about it, bro? And they call my parents, like with no evidence, no nothing. They're asking me, do I know? Like they looking at me like I'm gonna say I know something, bro. I'm like, no, I don't know nothing. Like I don't know what y'all talking about. What do you mean? Like people falling out. And really, I hadn't heard of it happening all day long. Like they were telling me the first I knew of it happening, but I knew why it was happening. But I didn't say nothing. And then they made me leave with my parents because they didn't trust me. They didn't trust my word that I didn't know what was going on. And so they said they didn't need any more kids at their school falling out and getting rushed to the hospital. So I needed to go home that day. So then I ended up getting my ass work. Like my dad put me to work hard that day, bro. I was out there. It was a wild day. But as kids, we just ran through stupid stuff, man, trying whatever. So like, like the SSIDs like Wellbutrin and things like that, the Rimrod. I think there was like what Booze Bar in there. Like Booze Bar is
What about
um
trazodone?
Trazodone, definitely have eaten Trazodone.
It
Yeah.
says it's a serotonin and reuptake inhibitor.
Yeah. It's
So what does
I
that
mean,
mean when you're low on like you're like let's
it's a
say
SSID.
and what's that do? That gives you serotonin?
Yeah, it restores it, it rebuilds it. So
Oh, okay.
you have more to drip, more to yeah. And a lot of these SSIDs like that, you have to be on them longer than like you can take a Klonopin and it'll work in 20, 30 minutes, right? You take some of these SSIDs, you got in like the Zolofts and things like that. And bro, you got to take them things for a week, 2 weeks, sometimes some of them a month
Well, look at
before they
this
really
though.
start working.
They upped her dose from 50 milligrams on the 5th of 2023 to a week later to 150 milligrams.
Which one is that?
They didn't even give it a trazodone, which the
Okay,
actual
within a
brand name
week.
is Desireel.
Dexaril, De-
Desireel.
Dex, Desiril.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump, bro. That's 3 times. in a
It's
week.
crazy. And this Dr. Jennifer Tufts is like the one that you're gonna see on all these medications that she got prescribed to her in January 2023. Now Valium went down. So she was at 5 milligrams on the 9th, and then they took her down to 2 on
Bro, Valium
120.
ain't really.
That's the one they probably shouldn't have took her down on, right?
I mean, Valium ain't really like a whole lot of nothing, really. I mean, like it's very small. Like you think of like a Klonopin or a Xan. A Valium is like a very, very faint feel of one of those. But now, if you take some Klonopin and Xans and then put some Valiums on top, like you know, what I mean that like everything intensifies each other depending on what you're on.
There's a picture circulating right now. I'm gonna pull up
Which
too.
you should not mix narcotics, and even if your doctor give them to you, you should probably get a second opinion because narcotics are very dangerous.
All right, so what up, Blue Eyes? What's good?
Run it, Blue.
I can't hear him. Is he
I
talking?
don't hear him either. No.
Oh, you might have to go in and come back, brother. All right, this picture's circulating around, which we already seen it before, but now they're putting a different perspective on it, where Patrick's friend is the one photographed in CBS allegedly, and then Patrick is photographed on the takeout surveillance, right? Which would the whole thing of changing clothes wouldn't. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but we're gonna look
at
into
the
this
hair,
because
bro.
Long Crime is entertaining this. When does Long Crime ever do conspiracies?
That
This case is almost it's still in the window because it's still in trial. Maybe that's why they're doing it, because as soon as she's found guilty, lawsuits can happen. A lot of stuff can happen. Like this bro, he will come after you. If you get this wrong and you accuse him for stuff, we've seen it. Nolan Wells case, those kids are starting to sue. People are not playing right now.
No, but bro, this is
I didn't see this. Triple execution. 3 men put to death the
this
same
looks
day
pretty
for the
legit.
first time since 2010. That's crazy. So yeah, let's go to Long Crime. Let's see what they got going on. Let's see what they got going on, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, they entertaining the conspiracy. They got their tinfoil hat on, but is it a tinfoil hat?
Bro, you talking about them pictures? Them pictures we just
cannot
saw,
type tonight,
bro.
man.
Those pictures we just saw is
Oh,
wild.
I can't hear you right now. Hold on.
Saw that. Oh hell! See, this is how StreamYard be sometimes. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all in the chat hear me? At least, maybe somebody somewhere, anybody.
StreamYard's
somewhere.
messing
What about
up,
now?
man.
Can you hear me now?
StreamYard's messing up tonight. All right. Go. What did
Can
you
you hear me?
say, Corrupt? Because I missed it. Can you hear me?
The pictures, bro. Yeah, I hear you. I hear those pictures, man. That's the first time I saw that picture. Those pictures, that stuff looked legit, dog.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. With the two. Yeah.
Yes, that looked like that for real. Looked legit.
Share this tab instead.
The hair, like just starting at the hair, like it's way too different.
Right here. Right here. So they don't do this with Luigi. They don't do conspiracies with Luigi. But with this case with Lindsey Clancy, y'all, I'm telling y'all, husband's timeline inconsistent. This is your number one true crime channel, technically by the numbers.
Well, bro, you know why I mean, there are people out there saying that I heard that that like the feminist movement is getting behind this case right here. So,
well, wait a minute, hold on. What'd you say?
I've heard there's the feminist movement. There's feminist
yes,
movement.
Yeah, there
is
is
behind this case right here. So it makes sense as in a numbers money game to play the conspiracy because it's more content for I mean you have a whole different demographic that isn't in a Luigi and Mangione case.
I ain't gonna lie, right? And I don't think it's the same women. I don't think it's just it's not the same women that's supporting Luigi that is calling, that's saying Lindsey is not guilty. It's not the same. That I don't think it's the same women. But I do agree with you. There is, and we're not trying to generalize women either, right? So there's a set,
Never that.
there's a small portion of very, very progressive, liberal, of maybe, I don't know, Gen Z girls, and they started blaming him without seeing any of this evidence, right?
Oh
You
yeah.
you can question a case and you can have opinions,
Yeah.
but when you got to keep in mind, this dude lost 3 kids.
Yeah, he did. Like, and I saw this stuff the other day. Like they talking about, oh, he's being nicer with the defense. He speaks a little more with the defense when he's there. Like, and why is he only there on these certain days when he has to be? And then he's real short with the prosecution. Like the dude is court, bro. Dude's playing court. Like that's how like if you have a lawyer, the lawyer will tell you how you need to perform in there and what's best for you. And if you're smart, you go in there and you follow your lawyer's game plan, man. And that's what that man doing. And he ain't showing up because, bro, if my wife took my 3 children, bro, I ain't trying to see. Like, I'm not trying to sit in that courtroom and look every day.
But do you agree when she cried yesterday, or was it today? I forget. I think it
It was
was
like 2
yesterday.
days ago. And
She
they told her to
cried.
shut her up.
She cried, and honestly, I don't know if she did it or not because we're still in the middle of the trial. But if the evidence, she confessed to it, obviously, and we're whatever. But that cry, oh, bro, I think she feels more remorse than Mackenzie Shirilla. I really do. Like I
mean,
could
it's
hear the
probably
cry. The cry, that
probably
was like
true. That's
But
probably
again, I
true.
could be wrong, bro. Let's listen to JD Delay. He has his own opinion on it. You brought this up to me. Let's listen to this.
She admitted, I never thought that I would need to say this, but if a man and woman have 3 kids together and the woman brutally murders all 3 of those kids, the man is not under any obligation to stay with her and ride out her prison sentence with her. Patrick Clancy moving on does not mean that he did anything wrong to Lindsey Clancy. He was an engaged father and an engaged husband, and she took all of that away from him. These women on the internet who are acting like Patrick is the one to blame here have lost touch with reality. It shows that they do not care at all about men and that they will never hold other women accountable. You murder babies, you are one of the lowest forms of life to ever be on this planet, and you deserve nothing but the wood chipper. I never thought that I would need to say
Holy
this.
crap, dude. He
I
said,
like TikTok a lot better.
I told you, bro.
Holy crap. He said he wanted to get the wood chipper for Lindsey. He wanted to get the wood chipper for Lindsey.
Keep playing it, bro.
Whoa.
Keep playing it.
I don't know. That was the end of it, bro.
Oh, that was the end of it? Well,
yeah.
Like he shows, and I wasn't paying attention to I couldn't see the background and that moving, like, so it was still framed. But
okay.
It shows at some point, like, I don't know if it's Chat GPT or whatever, but like basically what he's pointing out in the background is like 8 months later psychosis. Like, so like depression part, like a lot of postpartum depression, a lot of women get it. Postpartum psychosis, very rare from what I understand. Now 8 months in psychosis, like basically is what he is like pointing out. But bro, I never really have been I've never known about that psychosis
Postpartum can last up to like 5 years though, or even more than that. Postpartum. So that's
psychosis though, the psychosis part of it, not postpartum depression. It's postpartum psychosis. So like there's a difference between postpartum depression and postpartum psychosis.
He's right, but this is the issue, right? And I think that we have to wait till the trial's over with so you can actually stamp it. You could be like, she got convicted of this, and that's it, right? Right now, she
Yeah,
hasn't been
yeah,
convicted as out of it. I know that she's confessed, but she hasn't been convicted.
yeah. But bro, I'm more under the and this is probably the way the defense will play it, bro. I'm on more under the way of medically psychosis. But which, if that comes into play, then now what? Now are we gonna ask every single person like Wade Wilson because he did some kind of substance that night that
Well,
he
the
was
difference
in a
between he didn't have
psychosis?
men don't have postpartum, so they can never feel this. They can never feel what a woman feels with
No,
postpartum.
but you could, but a man can lose it. A man can be on so many medications, so many substances together, mixed together cocktail that has no idea what he did. I know he can.
Those two weren't the only victims of Wade Wilson. This is the,
Okay.
you know what I
Well,
mean? Like
okay, but I'm
he was gonna
saying
do it
I'm just
inevitably, even though if he
Wade
did.
Wilson's just one name I pulled, bro.
No, I
I'm
see what you're
saying
saying.
there's
I
lots
see.
of
I brought
people.
this up too. No, you're bringing the point up that I brought up last time. No, I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
at the same time, we got to remember there's 3 little precious babies that passed away that got murdered.
Yes.
And
Yes,
for
bro.
and when you're and he that's why JD Lay made this video. When you're over here, feeling bad for, and you could I guess you could feel bad for her, but at the same time, you can't be out here saying free Lindsey. There's people saying free her. You can't.
Yeah. No.
If she's found guilty, she obviously confesses. But if she goes up the road, she needs to stay up the road. All right. She will get
Oh yeah.
she's not going to get a death penalty. She'll have a life in a mental ward prison, but she does not need to be out.
No,
Now,
she don't need to be out at all, bro. Not at all.
Now,
I
if it
mean, if you
comes
ask
out
her,
that she ain't the one that did this and she's a false confession and they have evidence that somebody else did this, then I'll take back what I said. But as of right now, man, I don't know. But let's get in this long crime video because I
what
think
up,
they
bar
kind of
dog?
cover it. What up? What up? What up? Oh man, let's get to the donate. I forgot to mention everybody. Lisa Rivera, YouTube junkie, Selena. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Lisa, Kimmy Jack in the building, man. Ken LYD Ford, Irony Fisticuffs, Irony Returns. He's in the building. Cindy Owens, one YouTube Streets membership. Thank you so much. And Lisa Rivera, thank you again. We are an hour in. Let's go another hour,
Big
y'all,
shout out. Big
before we
shout
all
out.
go to bed.
Big shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody in the chat, everybody lurking the chat, anybody watching, you are greatly appreciated.
JD Delay was smart, though, in a sense. There's a lot of people. I mean, look, even though we have people in our chat right now that believe that they feel bad for her and stuff, the overall picture in the world is people fucking hate her guts, and it's rightfully so. I mean, if you're a child killer, but at the same time, I've never seen a case with so much little innuendos of like where, wait a minute, what about this? What about this? What about this? I'm like, holy crap. Holy
Hey, I
crap.
mean, I gotta give it JD Delays, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to him. Like, dude's a dude. And he's like coming out here just like reminding of the facts of the case. Like,
Yeah.
because really they're not arguing the case, bro. They're arguing the severity of the punishable mind. You know, like I don't know. They're arguing where the mind was, which look,
Yeah, her
man,
lawyer even slipped up and said she killed him, like in when he was speaking. So I know
well,
that.
he offered before the trial to even put it in writing that, you know what I mean, that she takes responsibility for the action.
I liked how you worded that. I have not been conscious of how we talked about this case because I don't know. We got to be. That was good right there. How you worded that. All right, let's get to this video and see if we learn anything else, man. We are now in the Lindsey Clancy case. Rewind back if you want to hear Mackenzie Shirilla. I don't know how long we did on that. Probably like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was lost, bro. My internet was horrible during it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. This is what happens when you go live more with no pre-production. You just wing it. Let's go. We're here though. Thank you guys. Let's go.
Shout out.
That would have been sometime around 5:18 or 5:20 p.m. that you should have arrived at CVS, correct?
Right.
But you don't go in until 5:32 p.m., correct?
I don't know.
Are inconsistencies arising in Patrick Clancy's story?
Bellinger is what the date was.
It's January.
Now, people getting mad saying that we're entertaining this. It's not an entertaining anything. It's like it's important. We have to go through this. Why do you think Law and Crime is doing it? You should got it. Like, people want to be mad with us. We're reacting to Law and Crime covering this. So Law and Crime is the one that's entertaining it, and we're reacting to it. And you got Sierra G's the one that is covering it on the scandal thing that she does on Law and Crime. They might make her take this shit down, bro. This, who knows? But right there, though, let's talk about CVS. Let's go back to that photo, and we'll bring up the photo that's going around.
Yeah, because that looks like different people when you do it like that.
That don't look like him. That looks like his friend that was also put on the stand. Hold on.
Yeah, bring up the pics of both of them together. Yeah, bring that up. Yeah, okay. That's that and that's that, right? Like obvious, right? I mean, look at the hair, bro. Like dudes got a little more flat and wavy hair. Dudes got on the left flat and wavy. Dude on the right has like scruffy and like that hair. It looks like it would be like, I don't know.
Patrick has more of a chin too. Patrick has more of a
very much squared chin. He even looks skinnier. Like, oh boy, looks a little more round on the left. You know what I mean? Like,
I got to give Vinny. I think Vinny P has been diving on that, diving on it too. Go ahead.
So on Patrick's ear right there, right? Like you see that little spot. I don't know if it's the light. I don't know if what it is. But dude on the left, like he has a little bit of a light glare like that. I don't know if there's anything or not, bro. That might just be lighting. But man, the noses though, like look at the noses. Look at top left nose and look directly down. Like he's got that straight, like flat, you know what I mean, like squared nose. Then you look at on the right, top right, and look straight down. He's got that more of a beak like angle type of nose. Like, oh man, even the cheekbones, the chin, like all of it, like that looks like that looks accurate. If I saw that, I would be like, yeah, that's him and that's him.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
What's crazy is how quick people say that it is Patrick on both of them, like so quickly.
Well, I feel like if it wasn't, the police would figure this out. But then again, we've been catching mistakes for the last couple of weeks on all kinds of shit. So I don't know,
Yeah. I mean, but really, I think, and it goes back to like, I feel bad for this Patrick dude, man. I feel horrible for this dude, bro. Because I don't think the police are even looking into these photos like as much as we just did, because they already know what time it is. Like I'm, I mean, pretty sure that it's pretty obvious what happened.
I tell you, man, the stuff around like already moving on is kind of hurts them. Like when you have like already moving, like, you know what I mean? But again, it's just so hard to talk about this case because you can't really judge somebody for like how they.
I mean, you know, like if he did send his friend and he said that he went there at that time and that was him, and he was just trying to pass his friend off as that, and then took time to do that, and then go get the takeout and make sure to be, you know, like where it's really noticeable, like to be him. I don't know. Maybe that could go into the conspiracy theory part of it. Maybe. Right.
It's the hair though. It's the hair. This is not Patrick's hair.
No, not on the left. No.
At least it doesn't look like it in these images.
No, not in any image I've ever seen of him. I mean, that gives him more time, don't it? That would give him more time to if they were to think that he did something.
It's crazy.
Man.
All right, so I'm gonna go take a pee break. I feel a little bit better now. And let this video play a little bit corrupt, and I'll come back and start talking, and we can pause it.
All right.
But let's let it play, and maybe you can learn something. Maybe you'll come with some points. Salute to the chat, everybody in the building. All right, let's go.
5:32 p.m., correct?
I don't know.
Are inconsistencies arising in Patrick Clancy's story?
Tell the jurors what the date was.
It's January 24th at 5:24.
And that was sent from your Surface Pro.
I don't know, actually. It could have been sent from my iPhone.
We're breaking down a complete timeline where Patrick Clancy was and when the day his ex-wife killed their kids. This is Scandal, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Sierra Gillespie. The Lindsey Clancy case is taking the world by storm. The facts of this case, that 3 young children were strangled to death by their mother, are disturbing and devastating. But arguably, the online discourse is now focused more on Patrick Clancy, Lindsey's ex-husband and the father of her 3 kids. Online sleuths are now pointing to what they're calling alleged inconsistencies in the timeline the day of the children's deaths. And there's a long list of things that people are pointing to. For example, the theory of his outfit change, allegedly going from wearing boots and a half-zip jacket at CVS to tennis
That's
shoes.
not him, bro.
and a full
That
zip
wasn't
jacket
him right
minutes later
there.
at the restaurant. But even after that, when Patrick testified he returned home, he said,
I started taking my boots off.
and that's just one example. Online discourse also points to the alleged missing 15 minutes. One Reddit user wrote, his timeline in my eyes does not add up. The Massachusetts prosecutors went extensively through what his tasks were while he was away from the house. Patrick states he left the house at 5:15. He confirms the first stop is CVS. The prosecutors state that CVS is 3 minutes away from their home. So why did Patrick not appear in the store until 5:32 and out of the store by 5:37? There's 15 minutes that he's unaccounted for. And all of that, by the way, was discussed at length during Patrick's testimony.
And so you leave the house, you get into your car, and you drive to CVS, correct?
Correct.
And so that should have taken 3 minutes, correct?
Yep.
So after the text that was sent at 5:15 p.m., that would have been sometime around 5:18 or 5:20 p.m. that you should have arrived at CVS, correct?
Right.
But you don't go in until 5:32 p.m., correct?
I don't know.
Also, somewhere in this timeline, there's the discussion about an email sent from Patrick's Surface Pro.
You have an email.
I'll be playing
Sent
FanDuel
from
in the
your-
parking lot for 20 minutes.
Is it Surface Pro? Is that what it's called?
That was my laptop. Yeah.
But the email sent from his laptop was reportedly sent at 5:24 p.m. on January 24th, 8 minutes before he ever walked into CVS. Clearly, there's a lot to unpack. We've had a lot of comments and discussions about Patrick's timeline, so we're going to break it all down for you right now. Let's start with the basics. Lindsey Clancy is charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of her 3 children, 5-year-old Cora, 3-year-old Dawson, and 8-month-old Callan. On January 24th, 2023, Lindsey reportedly used exercise bands to strangle each one of her kids in the
Allegedly,
basement
not
of her Duxbury,
reportedly.
Massachusetts home. She did this while her husband Patrick was allegedly out running errands. After
See
that,
how
she
come he
took some
gets the
crushed up pills,
allegedly?
slit her wrists and neck.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That
She
was
hasn't
a
been
good
prosecuted
catch.
yet. Hold on, we'll come back to the video. Let's get your while you're up here, so I don't want to keep
Please.
you up. Yeah, go ahead.
Please, because it's a school night now.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
had
yeah.
they
That's
didn't
been a
do
pain in the
an
butt.
investigation. Have you read the 100 and I'm sorry, I'm not yelling at you. I am very bothered by the investigation and this whole case. I went into this full-fledged having the mindset that Lindsey did this. Postpartum and women's mental health might finally get the recognition that it needs.
To do
right?
justice, right?
That women's bodies go through a lot
No
while
doubt.
growing a baby and after. Your estrogen immediately drops once the placenta is delivered, and that is a wreck on a human body. Okay? Plus we're trying I only have one child. She's trying to deal with 2 other children, preparing herself to go back to work. She's trying to keep a happy husband, right? I have been a married single mom, and that'll only make sense to anybody who's ever been there before,
I get what you're saying. I
where
hear
they
you,
don't
girl.
get the support from their partner and they have to carry everything. And he just, what's for dinner tonight? Oh, the clothes aren't washed, kind of bullshit. Okay. So I've been there. So I full-fledged went
I'm
into this
sorry.
thinking that women were gonna be seen, right? Because with, oh my God, it's late. Why am I drawing a blank? Andrea Yates, she finally did get a retrial and was deemed not guilty by reasons of insanity. And her husband played a lot into that, and she should have never been left by herself with those children. But that's not the case that we're looking at right now. But she did get, put in a mental hospital and gets reevaluated, and she doesn't want to be released. Okay. Now,
Right.
while Lindsey's trial has been going on, there's another case very similar in Massachusetts, tried by the same judge, where that lady now gets a new trial. This just happened while Lindsey's trial has been going on. I think during week 1. This
Well,
woman is going to get a new trial as
what's the
well.
what's the other chick that everybody they don't trust the police around there? What's that one chick?
Karen Reed. Let me ask you something real quick, Velma, though. If let's say that she does get obviously, well, okay, let's start here with the confession. What do you think that was from? Is just a false confession, or maybe she believes she actually did do it?
I think she knew that she was not in a right state of mind, right? She knew that she was going through a lot. So she believed that she did. Okay. But, and I can run the whole timeline for you, how nothing adds up. I can give you all the things that came out of Patrick's own fucking mouth that don't add up. Oh wait, you ready for this new thing that I found today? On January 9th or 19th. I'll have to go back and look, but I don't have it in front of me right now.
That's
January
okay.
9th or 19th, he was in Bermuda running a marathon with his now wife. So miss me with the bullshit. But
How many days later is that?
less than 2 weeks.
Bruh, yeah.
Okay. But my thing is okay.
And if
So say she did it, right? Even though no, Tiff, I didn't get your email. Even though none of the shit adds up from Patrick's own mouth, the outfits don't match. How come there's clean plates on top of a CVS bag? How come he got the name brand when he said he called Lindsey to say that the name brand isn't available, even though they don't make a generic for that brand? How come none of that adds up, right? You know why none of it adds up? Because they didn't do an investigation. They took Patrick Clancy's word of, she said she did it. She said she heard voices. And they ran with that shit. And I'm not saying that a woman can't do it, because I went into this saying that she did. But when shit don't add up, I start questioning things. And when the math ain't math, and I start subtracting. They didn't do an investigation. She wasn't
Okay.
even awake when they issued an arrest warrant the next day. You can't tell me they did a full investigation if they issued an arrest warrant within 24 fucking hours. You can't tell me.
Okay, somebody sent me this in an email. I think it might have been to Tiff. It may remind me to bring this up because I think Tiff is the one. Somebody emailed me this, right? and it has it's like all the stuff that's in question, and I think you mentioned some of the stuff. Let me ask you, what about the Apple Watch?
Nothing about the Apple Watch makes sense. Why was it in
So
Patrick's bedside table?
that's what I'm saying. So what is the whole lore with the Apple Watch?
Don't know
Explain it to the
yet.
people.
I can't explain the Apple Watch yet. And there's also 2 pink iPhones that I can't figure out yet, okay? And this is me reading a 177-page search warrant because I haven't been able to get my hands on a lot of documents. And I've been digging, but I've also been working and being a mom. And it's really hard to work a full-time job and sit full-time at virtual jury duty, okay?
What
And
about the? Let me ask you something. What about the verbiage of when he called on 911? Is that something? Is that a red flag? Just because how he spoke, saying she killed the effing kids.
yes.
I
Yes,
don't
not
know,
she
man.
fucking killed my kids or she fucking killed the kids. She killed the fucking kids. Why do you refer to them as that?
I
Why
don't
did
know how I
why
would
no,
talk.
hold up, because why did one of the EMTs on the stand say that she was told that one of the children was hanging?
Oh,
Okay,
The
let me ask you,
timeline doesn't
Corrupt,
add up.
because I hear Corrupt talking right there. Corrupt. So what are you saying? Because you're
yeah.
saying that you
I,
wouldn't go
I have
ahead.
no idea what I would say on the night, bro. If I walk in and my children, bro, I could very well hear myself say she killed the fucking kids, like
But
the extreme
why
part,
are they fucking
because
kids?
that's the extreme part. Like those are my fucking kids.
Not she fucking killed the kids.
Mm,
No,
That's where I don't know, and
no,
we don't get to hear it, right? We didn't get to hear it. It was out 3
right.
years ago, and now they've scrubbed
because
it from
like
everywhere.
think if you get into it over somebody with your kid, you telling a story, you gonna look at them, you be like, that's my fucking kid, or you'll tell somebody that's my fucking kid. Like it's like a possessive fucking like. That's just if it came out my mouth on the 911 call, she killed the fucking kids. Like
No, Chantel, he was not married within 4 months. He moved within 4 months, but they got married this year. That's a lot of misinformation. And look, I'll call out the misinformation. Like you guys
Okay.
know where I come from. I want the truth. I don't care what side. Actually, I am a New Englander and a Louisiana transplant. Damn you, Mallory. Um, I want the truth. At this point, I want the truth. And what they're telling us on the stand. How about, okay, like I said, I missed today's trial. But from what I understand, he says that he never talked to, and this might have been yesterday, but I was working. He said that he didn't know that Lindsey was seeing Letitia Dukes. Then Letitia Dukes said that he was on a video call with them. How about the fact that he stops himself during his testimony on stand talking about how there was blood everywhere? He said it sprayed everywhere. Not it was everywhere. It looked like a fire hose sprayed it everywhere. I think he stopped himself from saying it was all over the bed. I think he changed the sheets.
I don't know. I don't know
Now
And you're
I
nearly as
can't.
much
speaking.
as you know.
That part's not fact, right? So that's my speculation.
I can
But what
see
I
I can
do
see
know,
spraying though. I can see saying spraying.
right? And he said it looked like a fire hose, but he said it sprayed. Also, her cuts are like a left-hander did it, not a right-hander. I'm sorry. Her
Well,
fingerprints are not on the knife that she used.
I
Why?
mean,
What? Why?
but if a right-handed person did it backwards, it would be left-handed. Look.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like
Because the other
what angle are you
Are
taking
you
it
gonna
from?
slice your neck with your left hand when you're right-handed?
Probably not. No,
Right.
I wouldn't slice them.
No, but I'm saying like I'm right-handed. I'm gonna grab the knife with my right hand and go from left to right.
I mean, I don't know. I might go right to left because I could push it out better than I could pull it in as I lose strength. But
I
It
know
would
it's hard not
stop
to make.
if you
I know
if you
that some
got
of
it
it.
with your right. It would stop. You wouldn't go all the way around.
I know some of it doesn't make sense, but at the end of the day, the whole crime itself doesn't make sense of why someone would do this. But I get that these angles are important, that we need to cover this. Now, let me
Jay
ask you
Williams,
this: what
yeah,
about the crushed meds mixed with the lemonade?
Okay, so first off, she's a registered nurse. A
yeah,
registered nurse is not going to use multiple modalities to try and attempt to take their life. And I'll go through all of them. Plus, we're talking she had a short period of time, right?
yeah, like 30 minutes or something. It's 40 minutes, something like that.
Right. Plus, you got to factor in she allegedly already did the 3 kids downstairs. So I'm going to walk you through this as if
And
it
it
truly
takes
happened.
6 to 8 minutes
Right.
to
So that puts it at approximately 5:41 by the time she's done with the third. Okay.
well, but now that's assuming that she one by ones them. Like she could grab one, that one's did up, and then instantly the other ones did up, and then the last
Right.
ones did up,
No,
and I mean,
I've
so you
timed it.
could
I've put my whole timeline out. We're talking approximately 5:41 by the time she's done with the children. Patrick called 911 at 6:11. So we have 30 minutes, okay? Right? 30 minutes for her to go from the basement to the kitchen, fix her a glass of lemonade, grab the knife, then go upstairs, crush up the meds, mix them in lemonade. Now, here's where I'm going to pause. She's a nurse. She would know that those types of medications mixed with vitamin C aren't as effective. And now I'm going to continue. Then she takes the knife and slits her arms, right? But
Allegedly, in Minecraft world.
why would she do it across and not down? As a registered nurse, she's not stupid. She
yeah,
would have
yeah.
gone wrist to elbow. Okay? But again, then she's like, that's not enough. I'm going to do my neck. And then I'm going to move the bed for some reason. Still not sure why the bed's moved. I think the bed's moved because Patrick remade the bed. But beside the point. Then she opens up the window and throws herself out head first. All within 30 minutes. Somehow has a crushed, quote unquote, thyroid. From what I've seen, it has edema. It's swollen for some reason. But again, I don't have the full discovery in my hands. If you can send me any documents, I have a full team of people that are looking over this. Please.
This,
Well, let me ask
I
you
mean, it's
something. So when he let's talk about when he gets
Well, hold
back to
on.
the.
Pause.
All right.
Her body temperature at the hospital was 82.1 degrees. So you're telling me in that 30 minutes from after the kids, to Patrick calling 911, her body temperature possibly dropped below 82, but we're just going to run with 82 because that's what we have, right? That's 17 degrees from 98.6.
Let me ask you something. So when he walks up to the scene of the crime, or just to Lindsey, she was able to talk to him, but wasn't able to talk to paramedics.
Allegedly. But guess what? Anybody who's heard that 911 call and any of the transcripts that I've read just says mumbling, multiple people speaking at once.
I mean,
She
like
she
we
could
need to
only
hear it.
mumble. So it's
We need
his
to
word.
hear it.
It's his, I mean, she was moaning in pain. She just broke her back. She's paralyzed. She cut herself up.
Allegedly in Minecraft world.
So why wouldn't he, if he knows that he's just banking that she's gonna pass? Like, why wouldn't he just go down there and make sure that that she ain't, you know what I mean?
Because he already tried 4 modalities and none of them worked. So then he went and took the kids' lives. Because for them to be able to bring Cal and Clancy back, even though he was brain dead, to be able to bring him back and have a heartbeat on him and have him in the ICU, 30 minutes is too long.
Well, and so no matter who did it, why wouldn't whoever had done it and wanted the last one done or to do themselves in, why wouldn't they have just used the same damn tactic?
Because he, in my theory, had a motive to go start this brand new Chris Watts life.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, well, why didn't he like make it look like she was strung herself up by the cord? As like
Because he had already pushed her out this is just my perspective. This is how I see it.
I mean, if I'm gonna do something and I'm gonna off 3 people one way, I wouldn't offer another one the other way. And if I was the one gonna off myself,
Okay,
even
but listen to
I
me.
wouldn't do it another way either. I would do it the same way I took them out.
Well, then he looks like it. He looks more. But I think he did her first for the timeline to work. Then did the kids when she was still alive but couldn't talk to him. Then he went did the kids and he could say she's crazy. She did this. I wasn't home. What about the email that was sent from his laptop allegedly after he left the house at 5:24? A work email. How come Lindsey's phone records, from what I've seen, stop at her searching the restaurant? There's no phone calls. There's no text message. All the things that he said happened didn't happen. From what I've seen.
Have you heard of the theory of her trying to make it look like it was him?
No. I would be open to hearing it, but I want somebody to tell me, look, if I was sitting on this jury right now, not even thinking that Patrick did it, okay? If I was sitting on this jury right now, I have enough reasonable doubt to say not guilty. And if you go back to opening statements and the jury instructions, this trial is to first, beyond a reasonable doubt, find her guilty. If she is found guilty, then they have to decide if it's not guilty by reasons of insanity or whatever Massachusetts calls it. But first, the Commonwealth has to prove her guilty first, and they have not. I'm not even saying Patrick did it. I'm saying they haven't proven her guilty.
Well, their number one thing though they have is a confession, right? So that confession doesn't hold up because she was under medication.
That's not what she pleaded to the state. Do they have it on recording? Do they have it in writing? No, they don't. If you go back to the opening statements, Reddington never says she did it. She says she did it. Reddington says she knows what happened to those kids, and the Commonwealth is going to try and convince you that she did it under right mind.
I heard Law and Crime somewhere. They said that the defense, the lead defense, he was willing to put it in writing before the case that the mother admitted to the events.
They wanted to have them tried separately is what they wanted. They wanted to have it tried separately. But the district attorney didn't want that, so it's being held as one trial. So now they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt she did it, because she pled not guilty.
Did it start with all the mommy instincts of women coming out, like just that, like your mother instincts of not thinking that she completely did this by herself?
I never said that she didn't do this by herself. In the beginning, I thought she did this because mental health is real.
For
And
sure.
I just want to address one thing. Lisa said, no, they are trying to prove she didn't know what she did was wrong. Incorrect. The Commonwealth has to prove her guilty. I have a clip of the judge saying that everything that you're going to hear today is not proving. Just because she's charged does not mean that she's guilty. She's innocent until proven guilty.
Thank you, Love Shack, for the 6 jewels. Irony Fisticuffs. Love Shack again for the 10 jewels twice. I didn't catch that. Justified. Thank you so much for the 10 jewels. Lisa Rivera. Thank you so much. Cindy Owens. All right. So,
If
okay.
she
So,
did it, she did it by herself. But the evidence doesn't show me that, so I want to know the truth.
how did you feel about the photograph that we showed earlier? Does that look like his friend that was at CVS, or is that actually Patrick at CVS?
The two different, there are two different qualities of footage, right?
Yeah, two different angles for sure.
They're
One's
two
high
different
looking
angles,
down.
but
Yeah.
they're also two different outfits, so I don't know.
They're also two different dudes.
I can't say that it's two different dudes, but I can tell you that that's two different jackets. That's two different pairs of shoes. Also, we're going back reviewing the CVS footage. Patrick's left-handed. Anybody here that's left-handed? I'm not. I'm a righty. So if you're left-handed, do you put your phone in your left pocket or your right pocket? He puts it in his right.
I'm right-handed. I put my phone in my left pocket.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, I do too. I put my phone in my left. I don't know why though. Now I'm
No,
gotten
and that's why.
curious.
Look, that's why I'm asking.
Well,
But I'm a righty, and I put it in my right. So that's why these are just the different things that stand out to me because I put it in my right. So I don't know how other people like. I don't. It's not something that I've actually watched.
The dentist says I chew on the left side more too, and I'm right. I don't know if that. What's up with that? Corrupt.
well,
Which
but
hand do
like
you use for? Never mind.
No.
until I when I went
Touch your
up
face.
until my hand got destroyed,
Hey.
bro, it was the right, but then I had to go left. You know what I mean?
I got one more important question though,
Okay.
Velma. The fingerprints. So there's no fingerprints on the knife. So does she wipe it? Is there a chance that fingerprints, if you use a knife, is there a chance your fingerprints won't be on it the way you grip it? Or
No.
why was it her fingerprints on the knife? Or
No. So you're gonna pick it up. You're gonna grab it. You're not gonna think about that, right? Also, if you're trying to take yourself out, the last thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna be like, "Oh wait, hold on. Before I throw myself out this window, let me wipe my fingerprints off of the knife so that people might think something weird." No. Why would
somebody
you
wore
wipe?
gloves? That's a good point, Chantel.
If she was in psychosis, why would she? Oh, he wore gloves, possibly, right? But they've said, well, maybe she wore gloves. If she was in psychosis and did this, why would she have thought to put gloves on first? No. Peach, I
No,
never said that that's evidence. That's just things that I've questioned.
any kind of medical psychosis I've been on, I've done some strange things, but they weren't thought out. I'll tell you that. I mean, they
Okay,
might have been tried
and
to be
listen,
thought out, but
I came into you comparing this to Wade Wilson and thinking that Wade Wilson could get off in other people, right?
no, I'm
This
saying
lady,
if this came to a point that it was under some medical psychosis, like where would the line be? Is what I
well,
was getting at.
the difference is this lady's being treated for mental health. She may have been incorrectly medicated. In my opinion, I'm not a medical professional, right? Um,
I mean, I agree,
she's
and
being treated
she
for
was.
mental health and she was taking her meds as prescribed. Wade took recreational drugs by choice.
I mean, I will say this as a husband too. Like, if you know, like your wife taking a bunch of different medications, you probably should know what they are, and like you probably should know something about it just in case. Like,
Not
I
all,
don't know.
and I will say this as a former wife, not all husbands are created equally, and not all of them care like some do.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, people are gonna say, well, husbands this and husbands. People aren't created equally in general, right?
Right.
We don't all think the same. We don't all act the same. Did Patrick do everything that he could have for her? In my opinion, no. No. Because he fired the nanny when she was at her worst. But whatever. Damn
Maybe
it, I
the
just
nanny
lost
tried to
it.
come on to him or something, and she's
Did
like,
you not? Are we not watching the same trial? Shut the fuck up.
Hey, you
I'm just
never
saying,
know.
if
You
we
Okay.
have
never
theories
know.
on
Okay,
one end,
listen.
why
Listen.
can't we have theories on the other end?
You never
Okay.
know.
And you can have all your theories.
Because my theory, if anything, he comes home and sees what happens, and because the way that the window thing makes it seem like that could have happened. Like he could have, like somebody said in the
Freaked
chat
out.
earlier, if they came home and that happened, that lady is gone,
Right.
and
Okay.
that
Yeah.
could be a possibility.
Court Lurker said the nanny seen no psychosis behavior before, was there day in and day out, knew she was on meds, and still didn't see any red flags. Psychosis is an actually like very quick onset, and it can end quickly too. It's not it's not the same as God damn it.
So you guys are saying that she wasn't under psychosis at all?
I don't believe she was in
Bro,
psychosis. I know that she
Really?
was I
That's the only way she would
no.
take it as a. That's the only way she would admit to this if she was under psychosis.
I'm saying that
You don't know if you went into psychosis or not.
I've
It
known
happened
people.
so quickly, and she woke up days later in the hospital and said, "Where are my kids?"
I've known people take one Ambien and be in psychosis.
So
One
she woke
Ambien.
up. Wait a minute, correct. Wait a minute. So she woke up asking where her children was. Is this when did they say she confessed? After that or before that?
After.
I
Oh, that's
mean,
interesting.
hey, bro. To
And when
Velma's
she
point,
asked if
though,
she had
as
a
a
lawyer, she
oh
wanted to change her power of attorney from her husband
yeah,
to
proxy,
her
yeah, to
parents.
parents, yeah. Hey, but in Velma's point though, too, like after it's all said and done, like if you feeling like a bad mother, because you know what I mean, that's the man you picked, and
She knew
that's
that
what
she
ended up
was
happening.
struggling.
You did kind of like you will feel guilty. You know what I mean? Like you would feel guilty if your children, you know what I mean? Like you didn't stop it, you couldn't stop it. Like you would still feel
Katie,
guilty
that's
even if you didn't
incorrect.
do it.
What is
Katie,
incorrect? Can you read the comment and
Katie
say what it is?
said, Katie said Lindsay's med count indicates she barely took the majority of her meds that she filled and brought home. No, if you look at the full chart, they were constantly filling and changing meds, constantly filling and changing. But in her bedside table, the part that wasn't confiscated by the police officers that went in and under the search warrant, her lawyer went in and confiscated multiple empty bottles. She was keeping track of what she was taking. How about the fact that she was no longer taking Seroquel, but Seroquel was in her system at 2 times the dose? Guess where Seroquel was found? In a bag of medication that Patrick turned in days later to authorities that was in his truck in the center console.
Okay, I need a timeline of events just to see if what we can go and compare to the other timeline of events, right? So, can you start from the beginning with a timeline of events if you're able? I'm not trying to keep you up all night.
No, you're good. Whose timeline do you want first?
So we would like like Patrick's timeline of events, like why, because we want to know why we. All right, we just want to know how he did it and the time he did it, and I honestly I see the motive, y'all. The motive of the Chris Watts stuff, and I get them. We have a motive there if there is a motive. So let's see if we can compare and contrast with each timeline. Go ahead.
So you want me to tell you how I think Patrick did it?
Oh crap. Okay, so what is the facts that we know from
Okay.
his timeline?
According to Patrick, 5:15 he leaves the house.
Okay.
Hold on, because I have to get it. I wrote it all down. I actually drew out a fucking timeline.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we need that.
Can
We
y'all
need
hear
we
me
yeah, we
if
need to
I
make
hold
it
on.
down.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Okay, good. I have it in my photos right here. Well, I have a Google Drive, but whatever. Where's it at? Okay, 5:10, Lindsey Clancy orders from 3V, allegedly called it in. 5:15, Patrick leaves his house and goes to CVS. That's a 3-minute drive. Then I have in red, because this stands out to me, that an email was sent from Patrick Clancy's laptop at home at 5:24. 5:32, Patrick arrives at CVS in boots and a quarter zip jacket. Patrick Clancy leaves. Now, in between here, I didn't write it down because I didn't have the time at the moment. He calls
But
Lindsey. Lindsey doesn't answer. I think it's 5:34.
do you think he could have sat in the driveway for a minute and did some email?
Yeah,
Maybe
think
That's
about. I know.
possible.
I thought about that too. Corrupt.
That's
I'll tell you what.
possible. So you're saying he sat in the driveway for 9 minutes, sent that email, and then it still, say he left at 5:25 after he sent that email. It still took him 7 minutes for a 3-minute drive. But
Well, I
okay.
mean, he didn't just have to send one email. I could spend 20 minutes playing
Right.
FanDuel in the
And
driveway. You know, like
once we have the full
Good point.
discovery in our hands, or unless Reddington brings up more information, we'll know. But right now, that's all that we know. He left
I
at
got you. I got you.
5:15
Sorry.
according to him, and he got there at 5:32. At 5:34, he calls Lindsey. She doesn't answer, and she calls him right back. He says that she sounds a little preoccupied, but he thinks maybe it's bath time. He says, "Hey, they don't have the brand of Pedialex that you're looking for, but they have the generic." She says, "That's fine." They hang up. Patrick leaves CVS and goes to 3V at 5:37.
So they had the duration of that call on paper. They don't have the actual call, but how long was that call between Lindsey and Patrick?
14 seconds.
14 seconds. And you said that there's not a generic version of that medication that he was saying.
Correct. CVS does not carry a generic version of that medication. And in the evidence photo, you can see through the CVS bag and clearly see that it is the brand name Pedialex that he bought. And a bag of Skittles. So I don't know why the Skittles are important. Some people are saying because he needed the energy boost to run home. I'm not fitting that one in my
I
time.
mean, Skittles are just
Yeah.
good.
He
Skittles ain't
just
gonna give
picked
you
up
energy.
Skittles, right? So he leaves CVS at 5:37. He arrives at 3V at 5:54. I believe this is like a 9-minute drive. I don't have that written down though, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Here he arrives in tennis shoes and a full zip jacket. He leaves 3V at 5:55. It's a 15-minute drive home, and the 911 call is placed at 6:11. When he
Um,
gets home, though, at allegedly 6:09, he takes off his boots. Remember, I said he was just wearing tennis shoes at 3V. He takes off his boots. He calls out. Nobody answers. He calls Lindsey's. Oh, wait. He says that he pulls up in the driveway and Lindsey's car is in the driveway. Okay. Then he goes in, takes off his boots, calls out because the house is too quiet. Then he calls Lindsey's phone and she doesn't answer. He looks in all the rooms upstairs and he reaches his bedroom door and the bedroom door is locked. So he gets the key because all the rooms have keys taped to like the back of the door or whatever. He gets the key from Cora's room, unlocks the door, takes 2 steps in, sees the window open, and goes downstairs. I have 2 questions here. Question number 1 is, he says that in his testimony, he makes sure to point out when he's talking about seeing the blood in the room, that there was blood on the doorknob inside the room, like behind the door. But you only took 2 steps in, okay? My second question is, did he go outside barefooted? Because it was 30-some degrees and there was snow on the ground because they had just built a snowman. But you know what? I'm in Louisiana and I sure as fuck ain't going outside if it's cold. I'm not going outside barefooted if it's cold, I mean. But that's just whatever. So he goes outside. He finds Lindsey on the ground. He says, "What happened?" She says, "I tried to kill myself." He says, "Where are the kids?" She says, "In the basement." He tries to call 911, but his call to 911 won't go through because of Wi-Fi issues.
Okay, I haven't tried to call 911, but I've had Wi-Fi issues where like the text messages and stuff don't go through.
Yeah,
So you gotta
every day.
Okay, and I'll bite.
Sometimes I
my-
can't even make calls depending on what side of the house
But
I'm in. I gotta turn the
okay, so
Wi-Fi
but this is the
off.
thing.
no,
This
listen,
is the thing,
I'll
Corrupt.
bite.
You could call 911 when your phone's off, and you could call 911 like not when your phone is off, but when your phone it does have
No
service.
service. You can call
You can call,
911 from a
yeah,
phone with no SIM card in it.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can. No, 100% you can. Okay, all right, continue.
And then EMS gets there. Patrick goes downstairs to check on the kids that are in the basement while they're working on Lindsey, and they hear a bunch of screaming, and she killed the fucking kids.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Not for
No,
legal reasons, just for YouTube
right,
reasons.
no, I
Yeah.
understand. I'm going through Patrick's timeline. So, but then
Yeah.
we get to one of the officers, and Patrick says that he took the bands off their necks, which Lindsey's DNA was only found on one band, I believe. I need to go back through that one again because that was a lot of numbers, and I was also at work. And he took the bands off of Cora's neck first. Then he saw Callan. He took the band off of Callan's neck. Then he found Dawson, but he already knew Dawson was gone. I don't recall if he said that he took the band off of his neck or not, but he says that he started CPS.
The EMS
No.
or CPR. CPR. Dang.
It gives
He
me
said
this gives me
CPR.
Anyville horror vibes. Like it makes me wonder, like if when you go to a low frequency using medication, it opens the door for other things, like hypothetically to enter you and fucking. I don't know, bro. It gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Okay, you are the reason why we have to stick to just the facts.
Hey, look, can we go back to that call, that 14-second call, real quick?
Yeah.
So is his cell phone pinpointed to that
So,
CVS that
The
call?
thing about the way that cell phone towers work is it's going to give you an area. But
Yeah,
if that
triangulated.
CVS, correct, it's not going to give you directly where he was at. It's going to tell you the tower that it was pinging off of, right?
Yeah.
If that CVS was only a 3-minute drive away, it could potentially be within the same range as their house.
Well, but this is what I'm thinking. Like, what if he had his buddy, go, and then he just made that call to make it seem like he was at CVS?
I don't
He
know. From
wasn't
what
at
I've seen,
CVS, but
from what
buddy
I've
was.
from what I've seen of Lindsey's phone records, that call doesn't even exist. So maybe I don't have everything when it comes to her phone records. And like I said, my mind isn't made up. What my mind is made up on right now, the only thing that I can say matter of factly is the Commonwealth has yet to prove
She's
beyond a
saying
reasonable doubt that Lindsey did it.
if
Well,
the gloves don't fit.
they didn't have beyond reasonable doubt that Richard Allen did it either. They go by their confession.
No, not with her.
So they're not going to her confession is not going to be used.
The judge said that she has to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt
Interesting.
by the Commonwealth that she did it. Like, I'm telling you the facts of the case.
Damn.
And where's her confession? Is it recorded? Does the police have it in writing?
That hasn't came up yet.
No. You know what we have for her confession? Patrick said so. Just like Patrick said she was talking at the scene, but I don't have that evidence in front of me. The evidence I do have is what I've said. And Patrick's inconsistencies. Does it prove that Patrick did it? No. It proves that we don't know who did it, and they didn't do an investigation.
I mean, legally
If she
speaking,
confessed,
that's
where's her
all it takes.
confession? Drop her confession into my email, please. Let me see it.
Mary Dean says she heard the 911 call. So 3 years ago, the 911 call was out.
Correct. They
All right.
have
So
since
nobody
wiped
has
it.
a copy of this. They can email it to me.
Not that I've seen. I've asked around. Unless you know somebody on Nancy Grace's team, bruh.
Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace has it.
I haven't talked to Auntie in 2 years. Listen, corrupt.
You've been
What is your
listening Thanksgiving.
How do you feel? What is your daddy instincts telling you about this case?
Bro, I'm all over the place on this case, man. I really like. I was just talking about this the other day. Like, usually, I don't know, man. I usually have a strong sense of what's going on in the case, but like
Also,
this
and
case blows my mind.
mine too. While I'm thinking of it, before I try to go to bed, but this case really does be keeping me up at night. Look up ICU psychosis. I think that's what it's called. That's a real thing too. So, was she in her right mind in ICU when she allegedly said that she did this?
I mean, my thing, I just keep going back to medical psychosis, like medically, like
Like
because man,
medication?
yeah,
Yeah.
medication, yeah, because I've seen known people that took one Ambien and woke up, well, didn't even wake up. They just find out later that, you know what I mean, they drove naked to
That's
the
not
city
psychosis. That's just side
and
effects of Ambien, where you can do
yeah,
things
but
without knowing that
you
you're doing
doing
it.
things without knowing, yes. But you know what I mean? Like my granny, she was like 70s, late 70s. She got up thinking somebody trying to break in her house. She got a remote thinking it was her telephone. She ran out in the middle of the street, 3 a.m., and went to the neighbor's house, beat on the door, got them to come over, run through the whole house, check it all out, everything. Like that neighbor stayed with her till she went back to sleep. Like, she didn't know none of that, bro. She had to
Right.
be told all the stories. You know, I got a number of stories of people. I mean, I got numbers of stories of myself, but it's not just one thing. It's
Right.
like, you know what I
And
mean? But yeah,
going
you
off
just
of that, right? So she's been given all these medications. They're not giving it enough time to even sit in her system, but maybe she's having negative side effects, right? But also, maybe she's undiagnosed bipolar. And if you give a bipolar person these types of medications, it really fucks them up. Like, it messes with their brain even worse than before, okay? If she was undiagnosed bipolar, one of the doctors or nurse practitioners, I'm getting them all confused and I apologize, but one of them stated that she did think that she potentially was on the bipolar spectrum. and this was on a video visit, like telehealth, with that practitioner, Lindsey, and Patrick. And Patrick immediately says, "My wife's not bipolar."
If she
So
gets
then,
found, go ahead.
so then, like, coming from and this is me putting my emotions into it. So this is where I've tapped out of jury duty, right? Coming from that married single mom place that I was in before, I would have just been like, well, he gotta be right then, right? What he says goes around here. Like,
I mean, but he ain't no doctor.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
But did it ever get looked into further? Or would it ever have been? Probably not. But like I said, that's where I put my emotions into it, and I'm having a hard time with this one. Y'all know I don't do kid cases. For
Well,
me to be this invested,
where did the whole thing of her talking about she wanted to hurt the children? I heard that somewhere along the way, long
she
crime
had been
somewhere.
having intrusive thoughts before, and she had told Patrick that.
And her
Yeah.
Google searches of how to kill, that's going to be used in court.
So
Yep.
if
Once they get the metadata back and they prove if it was her or if it was Patrick, we're not
if my
done that
wife
with
told me
that.
something like that, I would automatically be thinking, damn, she might be bipolar. Like she might be more than bipolar. Like
Or she I need to get her the help that she needs, at
she needs
least,
something.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Any
This is
Instead,
person.
he
Yeah.
said, "Well, do you have a plan?" And she said, "No. Like, it crosses my mind, but I don't have it like planned out. Like, this is how I would do it." Right? And he
Nah,
just
nah,
left it at
nah,
that.
nah, nah,
so if
nah,
she get,
no, 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 no.
go ahead,
Not with
Kuro.
my kid. Not with my kid. Like,
If
no.
if she
Right.
gets found, guilty, and then now and because this is where it's only
With
going to go two
guilty.
ways. It's only going to go two ways. You're either going to look
There's
you.
four ways, but okay.
Yeah, true. Uh, but at the end of the day, you guys, a lot of people, not you guys. I'm not trying to word this right.
I know.
People that believe that she is innocent or didn't do this crime completely. If she's found not guilty, you're gonna look like geniuses. But if she gets found guilty, now we're in a weird now you're in a weird situation. Do you continue to fight for her, or do you respect the law? Because now he could start coming at people once his case is over with, and people are still accusing him, and they're gonna he can, like, we're experiencing this right now with Nolan Wells. Poetic Flacco's in a
Right.
lawsuit, and
Right.
what's her name?
He can go after people for defamation. Defamation. Oh my god. Defamation. But
It's
I
late.
never said Patrick did it. I'm saying these are the
Mm.
inconsistencies that I see in the trial and his testimony and the facts that have been my god,
I
presented
mean, we can't
to
get
the public and the jury, okay?
and let me clear
But
this up too.
let me
People in the in the chat real quick. So for people to get mad about people having these conspiracies, you got to be mad at Law and Crime too, because honestly, what she's saying right here about is literally the title of Law and Crime's video is the inconsistencies of Patrick. So I mean, it's definitely a real conversation in true crime. It's not
I'm
a
mad because an investigation wasn't done.
That's what I was about to say. Get mad at the investigation. It sounds
Yeah,
like
an
the
investigation
police.
wasn't done. So now we're doing the investigation while she's in trial.
But that would make sense on a lot of like how you said a lot of things been getting wrong, and you know what I mean, like how certain things been out there, and then it's all of a sudden, oh no, that ain't it. Like that would make sense in that
And you
regard.
said that this can only go one of two ways. It can go four, and I'll tell you, and everybody can argue with me and hate me. It's fine. One, when it comes time for the
Yep.
defense to present, she can be acquitted because the state didn't do their job in proving beyond a reasonable doubt that she did it. Two, she
Okay.
can be found not guilty by reasons of insanity, or whatever Massachusetts calls it, right? They use something different, but same thing. Not guilty by reasons of insanity. 3, she can be found completely not guilty by this jury. Or 4, she can be found guilty.
I was thinking more of the perception of like the creator with the that's coming with like their theories, and if they come, because we've seen this happen, it happens rarely, but we've seen creators basically crack cases and then they come out looking like geniuses. Is this going to be one of those cases, or is it going to go the other way where now we're like, whoa, like what do you know? And I think even with Richard Allen, the case of Richard Allen, you still have a group of people that believe he is innocent, even after he's been convicted, admitted to it. They still don't believe that he is the one that did the crime. Actually, that video of him on the railroad tracks, I can't see that as anybody else but him.
And should Lindsey Clancy be found guilty, or the by reasons of insanity one, I will be that person, convinced that she didn't do this because the evidence doesn't point to that. No matter how much you want to, like, I'll have a civil conversation. Like I said, I get loud because I don't know. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm not trying to have I'm right, you're wrong argument. Prove to me where the evidence shows that she did it. I will fight for her.
Now, I'm not saying you've done this, but a lot of people that are like against Patrick right now, they're going off of how he looks, and they're accusing him of this, of how he looks. Do you agree that like he looks like Brian Koberger, so he did it? That's what they're saying.
That's wild.
Of course you're gonna hit me with that because I'm the one who fucking told you that.
Oh crap! I didn't mean that. I seen other comments about it.
No, so he does. His demeanor on stand is weird, right? But I've never been on stand. I've never had to testify against my former spouse, right? I can't say, right? The reason why I myself and other people are saying that he looks similar to Koberger is the 3 whites of his eyes. And you can look it up. It's some Japanese term that a lot of sociopaths or psychopaths have. And everybody's going to go check their eyes in the mirror tonight before they go to bed. But if you see 2 whites, it's normal. If you see 3 whites, meaning 2 on each side of the pupil, the iris, and 1 at the top or 1 at the bottom, that just is a physical trait that looks not as normal, right?
Well, Corrupt Cartel is
Yeah,
screwed if it's
y'all
in
quit
here.
looking at my eyes, bro.
Straight up, he is
And
screwed.
then you have the Sandy Hook shooter, who's, I'm guessing it's his mugshot, where you can see all the white around his whole iris. Of course, that looks weird, right?
That's mad.
But is that a way to say he's a sociopath? He's a psychopath. Oh my God, of course he did it. He looks like so-and-so. No.
Look, man, if I
People-
would be probably acting just like dude on the stand if I didn't do it.
That's
Had
what
nothing to do with it.
I don't know how I would be. I've never had to testify. I don't
I've
know
had
how
to
I would be.
testify.
So
I had to
I
testify,
can't
and
speak
I had to
to
be on the
that.
stand before. And they like basically prep your ass and train your ass. Like I had it against the state, and it was prep, and like how you supposed to be up there.
Okay,
And,
so
you know what I
how
mean?
about the fact that the DA hadn't even prepped one or multiple of their witnesses? I think it was Tufts, Baby Doctor, the one that looked like she was like 12 years old on the stand.
Yeah.
The one that yelled at Reddington. I don't care what it says. I know what I meant.
Yeah. Yep.
The DA didn't even prep her. Hadn't spoken to the DA at all. One of them, I don't remember which one it was, but like Chantel, the DA impeached their own witness.
Let's go prior, right? Let's go prior to the actual crime getting committed. I want to know what's going on in that household. Do you think Patrick was already moved on?
I don't know. I don't have any.
We don't have any evidence that he was following this woman at the time of the murder, or he would there the social media content, because I feel like the investigators that
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not something that has actually piqued my interest because that's outside of the scope of the case right now. So right now my focus is on looking at the evidence that does or doesn't prove Lindsey Clancy guilty. You might need to find somebody else who's been doing the outside digging like that because I haven't.
so you need more to the confession.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to see the confession too. That's another thing you said.
I can tell you that I ran a red light today and killed 2 people in a car accident.
Damn, that's crazy.
Let
me ask you. Hold on. Is there 2 people that died in a car accident though? Did that actually happen?
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Then you got to do another analogy because we have 3 babies gone. So
no, I get that, but what I'm saying is just because she said this to only Patrick heard her say it. From what I've gathered so far, right? We haven't seen the whole thing. We haven't not everybody's testified. It's my understanding that she might have said it to a nurse before the psychiatrist went in to visit her. But what makes that not hearsay?
Do you think Patrick had a fear of taking care of those babies by himself?
Why would he have had to?
Because his woman,
She was
in a
doing
theory,
everything.
I've seen it.
She
I've heard
literally
it.
went to the doctor that morning with Cora. She played outside with them and made a snowman while Callan was taking a nap and Patrick was working.
I mean,
Why
the only
would she
thing,
have?
the only thing I think that like at first I'm like okay, an affair and doing that stuff, that's like 2 different worlds, right? But like if you're having this horrible life with that, you know, I mean, you're in your early 30s with 3 kids under 5, like you're so stressful, everything, and you trying to just you got an affair, like there would be more reason in my mind that I guess a dude would do something like that to like, I mean, wipe his slate clean, so to speak, lack of a better term. But that, yeah, I don't know, man. That's
You know what?
probably,
Listen, I know exactly how it feels to have 3 kids under 25. Yeah, I had 3 kids under 25, right?
under
Listen,
5,
I got 6 kids now.
He
Listen, right?
means he was
under
under
5,
25, corrupt.
under
I was under
5.
20. I was under
No,
25 with
the
3 kids.
babies were 5 and
Okay.
under is
Well,
what corrupt said.
okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh, 3 babies 5 and under. I'm check that box too, right?
Yeah, they were
None of
32
this
and
extreme
34.
stuff would ever cross anybody's mind. God bless marijuana. I think that's that's a good cure for a lot of stress. But and it takes a village too. It takes a village to help you with your children. Meemaws, grandpas.
They definitely help. Ain't really had a whole lot of it, but that would definitely help.
I can only imagine. Like I said, I only have the one. I don't know how hard it is to have multiple children.
What about this? And I forgot about bringing this up. Thank you, Panic at the Depot. She says she was hearing voices, and the voice that told her she had to carry it out right after Patrick left the house because she was running out of time to get it done before he returned.
Who said that though? She
The
said that.
voices in her head, corrupt, allegedly.
No, but the voices told you that? Like, where'd you get that from? That's what corrupt asked.
Oh, what do you mean? Where I get the this
No,
is
I
this
mean,
is in
like,
a
yeah. Where
this
did
is in the
that comment
paperwork.
come from?
This
Yeah,
I see
In
okay.
this in the
her, no,
paperwork.
pause, in her civil suit, because we're not talking about her civil suit.
Oh, so this is only in the civil suit.
The
Okay,
civil suit
so
is for if she's found, like, it depends on how this case goes on if the civil
Like
suit can even
OJ.
go through right now.
okay, so we all know in civil suits, lawyers can bring up stuff that might not necessarily be. They could bring up like we. I'm trying to example of a case. I literally just seen this like where they bring up something. Okay, the Jacob DeLashma case in the civil suit, they went and went extreme, saying this and that happened to Elise Powler, right? And in the actual evidence, we just didn't see a lot of it with what the civil suit said. Not saying that they didn't do all that, but it's I understand what you're saying with the civil suit. Like we can't go by that because they could
The
say a
reason why
lot of
they
other
can't
stuff.
bring up the civil suit and anything that's in it is because then the jury might think that those testifying are holding a grudge against her because the doctors, the medical team that treated her is in that civil suit. So then they would think that they're biased in their testimony. So they can't bring up the
There's a
civil suit.
comment in the chat says there was a testimony that there was a test. I can't go back now. But basically there's a testimony telling her to say she heard voices.
That was one of the cops. I'm trying to think how it was said. It was basically the trooper lying, saying that he overheard a private conversation between Lindsey and the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist was telling her to say that she heard voices. So it threw that. They're basically getting any part of her saying that she heard voices thrown out anyways.
Hypothetically, if you didn't have this new lane that you believe, what about
If all the evidence lined up, hypothetically, is that what you're?
just I'm trying to know hypothetically, like basically I want to get into the postpartum, right? Hypothetically, if it was like the prosecutor saying postpartum.
Right. And
What
I
is the
wasn't questioning that.
because in the beginning when you first came up, you said that you at first you thought it was that and you wanted to preach the awareness. What is the awareness? Because I just want to get into the hypothetical because this is where it's leaning towards where it's going. So what is the awareness for postpartum and what could we do? How could this change it going forward?
Check on new moms. Check on any moms. Check on dads. Check on people.
So
Be
Patrick could have had postpartum as well.
No.
not technically postpartum, because he doesn't partum, um, because he doesn't have a child like come out of his body. But dads go through a lot when there's a new baby at home too. Mind
Yeah.
you, mine thought that she slept through the night, but we're not gonna get into that. He would wake up in the morning and be like, "She slept the whole night." I'm like,
That is wild.
"What room? Are we in the same room? Because we got up 6 times."
Yeah, I'm waking up to every little noise. Yeah.
No, but I mean, I took full
Hey.
responsibility, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. But
I'd get kicked sometimes talking about it's your turn.
we,
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, don't
well, I was
interrupt.
nursing, so there ain't no your turn. That's why it
Yeah,
was all
yeah,
on me. But and
yeah.
like I said, I no regrets there, right? But like dads go through a lot too, bringing home this new baby. Like oh my gosh, we left the hospital, and they just let us leave with this stranger. I don't know this baby.
Yeah.
You don't know this baby, and now we full responsibility to take care of it
You don't even get a
and the
handbook.
house. And they don't come with a manual. Emmanuel did not come out my coochie after
Nah.
she did. Like,
Nah.
Now Lonnie has a great comment, and I'm gonna tag on to him what he's saying. Right, so imagine being okay. Let's another
I
hypothetical. Could
agree.
like you're not you, but people are
Right.
are blaming Patrick. And can you like? I would be so. I wouldn't even know
Yeah.
how to think, bro. I'd be like so mad. Actually, honestly, I can't move on without my children.
It would
I'm crashing out. Listen, I'm doing a
to,
Luigi Mangione times 100. I'm
to
going
me.
ham. Like
Okay.
I'm not. If I lose my children, I'm not going to find another woman. There's no
Yeah,
fucking way. But
yeah. No,
Right.
you're
but
Right.
right.
again,
And
people grieve differently.
But
absolutely. And we can't tell him how to grieve, and that's not the stuff that I'm concerned with right now.
his
Right.
demeanor in the courtroom, though, like that is the
That can
like.
be that, the jury can weigh how he acted. The
I mean,
jury
a
can
pissed
weigh
off
that.
dude, like, I mean, you pissed off. You have to be there. You're subpoenaed to be there, and now you like say it went down the way you know. What I mean, take everything that you brought to the table and just go back to what everybody been thinking. Say it went down like that, and he
Hey, I
got to
take
go in
that
that
back. I'm
courtroom
not.
and look. Go ahead.
I take that back. I'm not doing Luigi Mangione. Alaskan Avenger. That was the better. Anyways, continue.
But
I'm not. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
care
yeah.
about no
To be
CEOs
in
and.
there answering questions about your deceased youngins, the lady right there that you know what I mean you entrusted, like you know what I mean that you co-signed this thing with, yeah, man, I would be up there a type of way too.
Right. And like I said, I can't say how I've never had to testify. I can't say, do I feel like I would have, I mean, I don't know. I can't say how I would think, act. We're also talking 3 years later. So he's had a lot of time to deal with it. We don't know if he's gone to therapy, still in therapy. We don't know that. But he's not the one on trial right now, right?
Right.
I'm not putting him on trial. What I'm doing is if I could have my way, which it doesn't work that way, but I wish that they could just put a halt to this whole trial and actually do an investigation.
Keep her supervised though, locked up, right?
No, absolutely. She's in a hospital and she's been in a
Okay.
hospital for 3 years. Okay. She's at Tewksbury Hospital and that's where she's been since all her surgeries and all that were done. They moved her to Tewksbury State Hospital.
Shout out Forging Thought.
And I can't say how I would act in his shoes. I can say her bawling yesterday while they were going over the autopsy. The Commonwealth did that just to torture her because they didn't have to do that. Nobody is questioning how these children lost their lives. It did not need to be explained in great detail the way that these DAs were questioning it. And fucking wears a bow on the back of her head every day needs to just fucking sit down. But again, I'm not in their shoes. I'm
That's
not the
what
one
Dr.
at
Vanya said
trial.
too.
The DA, these two assistant DAs, they suck. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm saying that because one, it just seems like they're torturing Lindsey emotionally. And two, they still have yet to, all they've done is give me reasonable doubt. For the last 13 days, they have given me more and more reasonable doubt. That's all. So I want to know the truth. If what you're presenting me is facts, it doesn't add up. And it doesn't tell me who did it. It doesn't tell me Lindsey did it, but I'm not
Do
saying
you?
Patrick did it.
And Fortune thought good. That's a good point. I'm like in my head, I'm thinking of the Punisher script, but the plot of the Punisher movie. But
Bro, you
let me ask you something. So the cry for help, does that look good towards Lindsay's case of her having receipts of saying, "Hey, this is what's wrong with me. This is what I'm hearing in my head, and this is how what what's going on." Like she was very vocal about that, right?
Okay. She was trying to get help. Can I address this comment?
Okay, go ahead.
Or do you
yeah,
want me to
yeah.
delve
No,
more
go
on that,
ahead.
because
Go
I mean,
ahead. Go ahead.
she was asking for help. She really was. She checked
Just
herself in multiple times. She didn't get the help that she needed, and I think mental health as a whole and women's mental health and postpartum can learn, like, we can learn from this, right? Because I agree, she wasn't getting the help that she needed. But this says, if she was cold as ice, would you feel the same? And yes, it did need to be explained that way. In my opinion, those 3 babies needed their story told. What happened to them needs to be told. I'm not saying that that didn't need to be told, but did the jury need to hear that the medical examiner had to crack Dawson's skull open and take his eyeballs and his brain from his
In
skull
Minecraft world.
and explain everything in graphic detail for the jury to understand? Did that need to be that
emphasis.
like, we know how it, yes, you can go through and say there was pechial hemorrhaging and this, and the ligature marks and this, that, and the third, but did we need to know in great detail what the ME had to do to that baby's body after he was no longer here with us? Did that part need to be said? And yes, if Lindsey was deceased outside, I do believe it still should have been investigated. It wasn't investigated, and I will stand on that.
I ain't gonna lie. If she's not here with us no more, this is looking crazy. Patrick's gonna. It might have to. They're gonna actually. I don't know. They're gonna. It'd be crazy. It would. People
Bro,
would be accusing him like they already are, but 10 times more.
I would
And
if
and
I,
I'm
my
not
3 children, if I was in that situation, bro, they'd be accusing me because I wouldn't be there to answer the subpoena because they done found my body in the dam, like not even on some purpose shit. Like I would crash out, it would be over, and I would probably lose my life fairly fast.
Now, realistically, I had kids very young, so the chances of me being older and I hope I don't. I hope they outlive me, but there's a chance that's different. Like if it were
that.
older, but.
Yeah.
But I hear what you're saying. Corrupt and Fortune had a good point. For someone that has actually lost a child, it's hard for us to speculate on that. And I don't want to disrespect him by saying, you know
No,
what I mean.
No,
So
no, but
prayers to the
I,
Fortune and long live Bella. Go ahead.
the my argument from the beginning, even when I believed that she did this, and we're just trying to see where they're gonna put her, right? Is for mental health as a whole, that it shines some light on this and people actually get the help that they need and that they're checked on, and check on the quiet ones, check on the ones that say it's fine, it's okay, I'm okay, I'm fine, oh, it was a rough day but I'm okay. Like, the ones that brush it off because they feel like a burden, or they might feel like a burden. I can only speak for myself, right? um you don't want to tell somebody that you're struggling because that makes you look weak. You going to the doctor and seeing all these doctors and seeing all these psychiatrists and checking yourself in for a 5-day stay away from your husband and your children because you want to feel better. You want to get better for your husband and your children.
yeah.
Do we still hear bad noise?
What's that play? You breaking up?
You're breaking up.
Okay, so it is me. Just making sure. All right.
Yeah, no. I heard everything you said.
um
Um,
but it yes, mental health is still very important, and is still, I mean, I'll advocate for mental health as long as I'm breathing. Um, Nobody
yeah,
deserves to lose their life, whether it be she did or didn't do this. Those kids don't deserve to no longer be here. because their mom wasn't getting the help that she was actively seeking. If that's if that's what they determine at the end of this. No one ever wants to go through this. I'm sure she doesn't even want to stand trial. Do y'all know that 2 days ago was her fucking birthday and she's sitting in court crying because her babies are no longer here and she's charged with their murders? I wouldn't want to spend any of my birthdays on television like that. I feel for her, and I have felt for her since this case came out because I felt for her as a mom. I felt for her as someone who's had their own mental health struggles. I felt for her from all sorts of point of views. And now I feel for her more because what they have presented in this case doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
I'm about to ask a really tough question.
If you make me cry because I've been holding this shit back.
Okay, I'll probably skip the
No,
question.
go ahead. You're good.
Okay, this is a tough one. This is a tough one, and I'm coming with all love and respect.
Okay.
But have you ever felt like ending your kid's life from postpartum?
No.
Okay, so
Have I ever felt that maybe my kid would have a better chance if they had a different mom? Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know if
And it
that's
all
just
ties
his
in.
mom's.
It all
You know what I mean?
goes
That's
together. But I had those thoughts. I had the thoughts of maybe she'll have a better chance if I'm not here. And that goes to postpartum. And that was rough because I didn't tell anybody.
How long does that
I
last?
just raw dogged that shit.
How
And then
long
they
did
told me at one of my appointments that because I already had anxiety and depression and I was already medicated for it, that it wasn't postpartum. So I sought out extra treatment and I started seeing a psychiatrist and we changed my meds and we added some things. And guess what? I asked for a fucking divorce. So
did that cure it?
the divorce? Fuck no. I mean, we were divorced long after the postpartum was like once my meds were level and I like had a level head again, I was gonna do it all by myself.
So the medication combination with time is what heals?
If you're on the proper medication, and here's one thing that I want to say. Dr. Tufts on the stand said that there's no DNA testing to tell you what medications work well with your body. And that's a lie. I've looked into it. There's actually multiple companies out there that just from a simple cheek swab that you can do at home, you can send in your DNA and they will send you a list back of basically like green, these meds will work great for you. Yellow, hit or miss, right? And red, don't even try these. And it'll tell you over the counter. It'll tell you like herbal supplements. It'll tell you prescription medications, all the things. And once I can get the $300, I'm going to do it to make sure that I'm actually taking the medications that work well with my body. And I think other people would benefit from that too, and not just psychiatric meds. It lists out multiple medications, and it is a thing. And that old baby Dr. Tufts, didn't know what she was talking about.
Well, Vilma, I hate that you had to go through anything like that, man. And just know that as much as that kid is a blessing to you, you are a blessing to that child.
Thank you. I knew it was going to make me cry the way that he said it, but it's real. Mental health is real, and I will go down saying that I will die on this hill. And if you need help, just let somebody know. Don't hold it all in. And she wasn't holding it all in. I wrote in my stupid journal the other day. I said, and I told Plug this, and I wrote, what you write in your journal can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Bars.
And I almost don't want to journal anymore because of this case.
Was that because of a Mackenzie Shirilla conversation?
No, Lindsey
Because
Clancy, when we talked about Lindsey Clancy the other night,
okay,
before you started covering it. Like,
Yeah, I
last
would
Friday.
hate to see some of my journals in the courtroom, but
Right. I mean, even like things like, and my kid knows that I don't mean it. I've never laid a hand on her, but we'll be out in public and I'm like, stop it. And she's like, what? You're going to beat me? Like any words can literally be used against you, because if somebody heard that, they could call CPS and think I'm really beating my child. So if I wrote, like, it doesn't matter what you write down. There's no emotion. It's
there's
like
no
text,
tone,
right? There's no
inflection. Yeah,
tone in a journal. So it can all be used against you.
no,
And I
that's
went off
true.
track after that. But
That's true. But you probably shouldn't stop journaling though.
most of the time my journal, like, is just like random bullshit. Like, this is the case that I'm, whatever. Like, just me, like, writing it out to get it out of my head. Right now, I have like 3 different notebooks going around and a Google Drive because I can't wrap my head around this case.
And maybe that's where I'm at too, right here. Because look, is there any evidence that actually points it towards Patrick? That's where I want to come to a conclusion on this conversation. Is there anything that points to him? Because if it's not her and it's not him, then who is it?
Patrick's not the one on trial, so that's not what I'm working on right now. I want the evidence that points towards Lindsey did it. Then we'll cover a full investigation should have been done on this to prove who actually did it.
Now, in that civil, do we have the receipts of where they got that? Because there is a couple things in there that would point towards her crying for help and then her confessing. Would that be something? Would that be? Is there evidence in the civil case where it shows that we can go find it gives us it's actually a fact?
In the civil case, she writes out that she said, "Go to God, baby," as she strangled each of them. And that
She ever have?
she had to
She ever?
do this because she had to take her babies with her.
Did she ever have like? Was she manic?
They say no, but Dr.
Wait a
Tufts,
minute, corrupt. Well, hold on, corrupt. Because look, because I feel your pain right there. There's a part of you that I felt. Well, in my opinion, I felt your pain right there. You have
I don't
some.
do kid cases, you know that.
I know, but I know it's just sound
I
it
can't
sounds like you.
comprehend taking a child's life. Okay, I can't comprehend it. As a mom who's been through hell and back, I can't comprehend it, but I don't know where she was mentally to say whether she did or not. And
Okay.
I don't do kid cases. That's why this one's hard. I can't tell you how much I've cried. I cried while Lindsey was crying the other day, and I was at work. Crying at work is for pussies.
I think Patrick comes off more strong than what he's actually feeling, and it maybe perceives to people that he might not necessarily care or moved on quickly from
I
this.
think he's
But
trying
I
not to
think,
show emotion, and I get that.
yeah,
How long have I been up here? And I've tried not to too until we actually talk about the kids.
Yeah.
That
Yeah. So I would be trying not to show emotion up there as well. I
So
would.
if his DNA was on our weapons, we'd be talking about else too. I think he would, you know.
his DNA was found on the exercise bands. Lindsay's was only found on one, I believe. Like I said, I need to go back and read through the transcripts on that because there's a lot of numbers and I was working. Today was my first day off and I didn't even watch today's trial, so.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming up. Great conversation.
Do y'all have any more questions?
No,
Like
because
I
I
said,
think it gets.
I'm not saying that he did it. I don't have my mind made up on that. We'll go down fighting that they didn't prove that she did, though, because of the lack of investigation and the inconsistencies. That's where I'm at.
I haven't seen this many people, you know, rally behind something, and I think a lot of people, and because they start with this. Even my wife, she says her mommy sense is going off. Like this doesn't seem right. That's
That's
how
what drew
my
me.
wife
That's
feels.
right. That's what drew me in initially. Um, was relating from a mom who's been postpartum, who's had it hard, like that kind of shit. And then my little spidey sense is like, damn, Grizz, you were wrong. Like this now that they're presenting the case, one and one just is not adding up. That's it. That's where I'm at right now, and it's so confusing. And you can't listen to everything you hear on the internet, so I'm literally just scouring through document after document that I can find, evidence, photos, and just constantly rewatching, not constantly, that's a lie, but rewatching testimonies and saying, okay, well, so and so said this here, and so said this here. Patrick said this one moment, but then contradicts himself the next moment. Like, from the day Patrick took the stand, maybe day 2, I started questioning a lot and I just kept it to myself. And then I finally told one of my friends and they were like, no shit, me too. And I was like, okay. And then I started seeing it on the internet. And I don't sit where people are like debating it. I don't sit through these long like conspiracy theory like the CVS photo not matching the other one. I just chalk that up to grainy footage. Maybe his hair was wet at first and then it dried. Like maybe he took a shower before he left. We don't know, right? So it was wet, damp at CVS and then dry at the restaurant.
That
Like,
should look like two different people to me, though.
but it's two different qualities of footage too.
The hairstyle's different.
Yeah, but
Well,
And
that's why
and
I'm
does
saying
that is
that.
that? Let me ask you something. Does that go against what? Because everyone's like, oh, he changed his clothes. Well, if it wasn't him there to begin with, but then they could say he's lying on the stand. So I don't know.
Right.
Double-edged sword.
Right. And I mean, I don't know. Like, would one of my best friends be like, nah, man, I got your back. I'll say that I don't think one of my
Then
friends would
and then this
lie
in
for
my
me like that. Like, not to that extent to say that I don't think so. But would I
because a
lie for
man
one
a
of my
man
friends like that? I don't know.
he could have been doing something else instead of doing
oh
that. Like
no,
he could have
nothing.
been, who knows? Anyways, I had got this comment about this case really early on when we were talking about covering it. And it was in one of the posts, and it's very true. This lady, she put in there for, sorry, I don't know who did it. Might be someone in the chat now that wrote this, but they said, dude, I wouldn't touch this case with a 10-foot pole because either way you're gonna be wrong. And tonight I felt that. I think either way we all look at this case, we're gonna be wrong no matter what.
Yeah,
Less,
but that's
it's still we get, and then obviously you get, obviously if she gets found guilty, then you can stamp it. But there's a
but
lot
that's
of
how
little
you
stuff.
that's how you do touch this case with a 10-foot pole, bro. We ain't up here saying this is that and that is this. We're up here like she's breaking down the timeline or something. We just putting in a few opinions. Like we don't know, bro. Like
And I'm not
this
accusing anyone right now. Lindsey's charged with it. They're accusing Lindsey, and I'm saying you haven't proven that to me yet. And what you have
can't
shown me doesn't make sense.
can't nobody win. This is the case nobody
No,
can win.
nobody comes out on top in this one at all. Could it
If
just
I was on the
be?
jury right now, if they would have to play the confession and stuff. If I was on the jury, I'm definitely leaning towards of her being guilty, in my opinion.
If you were on the jury right now, you would say that she's
Yeah,
guilty. Okay.
yeah, because I don't want to. This
Present
is my thing.
present the proof. Present what proves to you beyond a reasonable doubt that she did it.
The confession.
They
But
haven't said that
they
yet.
haven't said it yet. Okay, so not as now. I see what you're saying. I'll have to wait. I'm in the middle then, and then I'll hear that, and then I'm gonna be like, "Yep, it's over."
But they don't have that.
They're not going to present that at all in this trial.
She pled not guilty.
But they don't. But
They
but
don't
so did
have a
other.
recording of it, so where are they going to get it from? It was in a conversation allegedly with her husband that the doctor told her to say that, but they don't have a recording of it. But then you're going to hear from another nurse saying that Lindsey woke up saying that. So which one is it? But based on what the jury has been presented up to this point today, day 13, what says that she did it beyond a
What?
reasonable doubt?
Well, her lawyer said it. Why did her lawyer say that she did it?
He didn't.
He didn't word it like that. Where like
Hold
he
on,
was
I'll go
wording
to
it.
my Google Drive.
He was willing to put it in on the record before the
No, he
case,
wanted
right?
to have them tried separately.
Yeah, but there was one point where he was talking. He was cross examining somebody, and he had mentioned the way he mentioned it was she killed, or maybe he was just putting air quotes up because I was hearing the audio. Maybe he had air quotes possibility there, but I don't know.
Okay.
It's this case like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But
This is from Reddington's opening statements. It's at 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 4 seconds. He says, the government says that this is a situation. It's not a referendum word that I can't read right now.
Referendum.
Thank you. On women's having babies and having postpartum psychosis, postpartum depression, but it sure as hell is, because you're going to hear, consistent with what His Honor has told you in the instructions, consistent with the obligation that the government has when they brought this charge, him, Cruz, the DA, right in the front row, brought this charge. He knew, as did his office, the facts of this case. He knew when he brought this charge that it was going to kill the soul of this young woman, that they would bring their evidence in front of a jury that she knows that she killed these children. We'll sit here and listen to their evidence, but I suggest that you I suggest to you that the issue of consideration is what is going on in this woman's mind.
Chat was saying that the lawyer has stipulated it.
It's not stipulated, though, because the judge in his instructions said, now, you have to understand that an indictment itself is not any evidence of the defender's guilt whatsoever. Now, in every criminal case, the defendant is presumed to be innocent unless and until she's proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The law requires the Commonwealth, that is, this prosecution, to prove that the defendant is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. The law does not require the defendant to prove her innocence or to produce any evidence. At the end of this trial, you must find the defendant not guilty unless the Commonwealth has proved to you beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant has committed each or any of the offenses with which she's been charged. And he has reminded them of that multiple times.
Salute to the emails. I got a lot coming in right now. Hold on,
I think
guys.
I do too,
So
but
we
my
got the
phone is not disturbed.
911 call got sent. All kinds of stuff. Thank you for sending. I'm probably gonna make a documentary, but I just, tonight I don't know if I want to go react to more long crime on that video. I think we're
Yeah,
wrapping
this
it
is
up,
one of
guys.
I'm
those.
I'm
sorry,
getting
I didn't
tired.
mean to override your whole
No,
live. I
you
just
did
No, it
wanted
was
great.
a good
to.
debate.
You
It was a
you
good
did great.
conversation, good debate, healthy conversation,
I
great
really think
awareness.
so.
Learned a lot.
And at the end of the day, my argument will always be for mental health and mental health awareness and making sure that people get the help that they need. And if she's found guilty or not guilty by reasons of insanity or however Massachusetts puts it, I'm gonna need to look that up so I stop saying it like that. Um, I will fight for her. I will. I will be one of those people that fight for the person found guilty. I mean, it's a fucked up situation all around. And
Yeah,
here I
there's
am.
no winners.
No, there's not.
It's very
There's
very
a
sad.
couple. Listen, there's a couple winners in the Gypsy Rose jail calls though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, us that get to enjoy all her fucking boyfriends get exposed and her get exposed. I can't
Ryan is
know
disgusting.
that she's got some racist stuff
And
in there,
oh,
and I
oh,
know that she's already called Ryan a chomo or asked
That
him personally,
voice
"Are you a
though.
chomo?"
he. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it on here
I,
because it's
I,
that disgusting.
I think we should
I've
auto
heard
tune her
some.
voice.
I've heard some fucked up calls, and I'm
That's
not.
the challenge. That's the challenge. How long can you go listen to Gypsy Rose? Can you go full 24 hours of listening to Gypsy Rose jail calls? Would
Nope.
you go viral if you did that?
You might go
You would have to
crazy.
pre-listen to them first. Let me put it to you like that.
Oh yeah, you could get
Don't
flagged.
just don't
We would
just
have
hit
to go on
play,
kick. I know.
cause, bruh,
Yeah, we need to
We
change her voice
calls
somehow,
are
man. So
bad.
it's like,
we know what Ryan
No,
Anderson did
she
on the
changes
phone.
her voice. Krupp. She changes her voice based on who she's talking to.
She
uh,
does. Her and her dad have a real weird relationship.
Yes.
Plug be doing that shit
Daddy.
too, though.
Daddy.
Plug be changing his voice sometimes, man.
Krupp. He
Man,
does.
watch your fucking mouth, corrupt.
That's not even
Watch your
it.
mouth,
It's
bro.
whenever you
Watch your
really
mouth.
yell at us.
Where's DVS at?
Shit. Good. He on vacation.
But no, so like the Gypverse used to be my vacation whenever we were covering Wade Wilson. Would y'all believe that when I need a break from Lindsey Clancy, I go listen to Gypsy calls?
Oh damn.
Yeah, listen. They're
What a
literally
break.
you'll lose a brain cell. I've listened to 3 calls. I've listened to probably over 2 hours of calls already. And I'm telling you what, she mentions prison a lot. She talks about in the day room. I listened to one about Dr. Phil. Oh yeah, there was a bidding war. This is important. People are not talking about this. There was a bidding war for Gypsy Rose life rights behind the scenes.
Yeah. And she had her hand in all of it.
That she did.
Yeah. She knew about the act and everything. Like they were talking to her about it. It's
Yeah, I was trying to listen to that. Did she get paid for the act?
I'll have to ask around to see because I haven't
I think
listened to
that's
it.
what she got paid for.
I think under the table, but I haven't heard it for sure. So I can't say, but I can ask some girls. Bird, Kaisu, if you're watching this replay, let me know.
Hey, so there's a call too where Gypsy Rose tells I don't know what man she was talking to at this time, but she says, I could be a corrections officer after 5 years of getting out of here.
Stop it.
I'm like, this bitch would be a corrections officer. Imagine Gypsy Rose Mackenzie Shirilla's corrections officer. What the hell?
Oh wow.
What
No,
universe are we in?
they'd be getting
Running
into some shit
plays.
together. Like
Yeah.
that's how you get that's how you get dirty COs.
Super crazy that's people you're actually able to do that, especially Gypsy Rose. Oh yeah, another thing she said, right? She says she like was talking about an inmate she didn't like. It's like something to do where I'm gonna treat her like my mom or some or do her like my mom. There is a call that
Damn.
she says that, bro. I'm telling you, we're gonna get. They're still posting them. They're not done.
Oh no, listen. I have the inside scoop on this. There's 40,000 hours of phone
Oh
calls
my
that we have to
gosh.
sift through from 2016 to 2023.
So do me a favor, who if you know the people doing this, tell them to make it mono, where it automatically makes both sides go out one ear,
I know
and
some
it's
people who are putting them out. Like everybody's gotten them separately. So
yo phone calls to prison. Listen, take this over, please.
I know a couple different creators that are putting them out. Starlight, if you listen to Hello Starlight, she's been fixing the audio. Is my
Okay,
understanding.
so this is who we need. We need the goats. Phone calls to prison. You don't need to request nothing or nothing. All you got to do is go grab them and repurpose them and put y'all's little thing where y'all make it sound better. Because I can't. That's the issue we're having. Some calls sound, dude. It sounds like she's on an iPhone. I'm like, I never heard a jail call. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've never heard a jail call so fucking good. And her voice is annoying, and I know, but the
It's
quality.
the what year are you listening to?
I'm talking. I'm going. This is where my source with the source. I'm not like hip on the TikTok end. I'm going by Into the Weeds, and I'm going from
Right.
their first video they put, and I'm going from there.
Well, no, but like what year? You're listening to Ryan call? She's probably calling off of her tablet then and not the wall phone.
Oh, and
Because if you think after
Ryan
COVID,
Anderson.
when COVID hit, they pushed tablets big time. And some places can call from their tablets. Some you still have to call from the wall phone. So that could be why she sounds better. Because she
Okay,
can call
so
from her tablet.
another thing too, Ryan Anderson, you are a POS, bro. You got exposed so bad, and now you're trying to say, "Oh, this is a privacy thing." Dude, we've heard this before with Wade Wilson and
Oh,
Jesse. Listen, you got exposed.
listen. Again, I heard through the grapevine that now when you receive a call, a Securus call, it says, and this is not a private call.
That's how stupid people are. The freaking company
Straight up
has to
Yeah.
tells
tell
you
you
it's not a
again.
private call now.
Yeah, it's a recorded line before. Now it's
You got
not
to
a
be
private
kidding
call.
me.
No, yeah, it tells you that it's recorded and monitored and that it's a private call. It's not a private call. If you think this should be a private call, yeah.
So
But
let me ask
some
you this,
they get carried away, man. They just want
Dr.
to talk.
Vona. Oh, real quick, corrupt. Dr. Vona, this is my question. These are prison calls. How did the freak did they
Okay,
get these?
so we've been denied for years. We've been denied, been denied, and then somebody tried. And we're kind of wondering if it has to do with like a recent interview that's come out. Um,
Oh,
but
you what? Oh, I got a rant
they
coming. I got
finally
a
got
rant.
approved. They finally got approved. So just keep trying. You know, you
Okay,
get
okay.
denied, submit another FOIA request a couple months later, and try again.
You
And we're
motherfucker.
trying for the video calls.
Okay,
Dust yourself
let me
off
get
and try
off.
again.
Go ahead, corrupt.
I was just singing Aaliyah, bro. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh, RP Aaliyah. Let me tell you something. All you motherfuckers that are in this prison genre that went to prison and y'all be bragging about, oh, you can't get prison calls though, you get the jail calls, and I know how to move on the jail calls. Oh, you motherfuckers are fucked. They're gonna get every single if they got Gypsy Rose prison calls.
Yeah.
This is where phone calls from prison's name is actually that. This is a prison call. You're screwed. You're screwed. Dude, Pino, you're on the clock.
Oh
Fucking
Now
shit.
you gotta
DVS.
look at it.
DVS, you're on the clock, dude.
Oh shit.
Each state does their own thing. They each,
Yeah.
have their own view of the sunshine laws. Because I mean, look at just county to county in Florida when we were trying to get Sarah Boone's jail calls. We never got them, but we got all the Wade's jail calls in Lee County. So
They yeah.
county to county can be different. So state to state's going to be different. We can't get shit out of Minnesota, like down to just
They
FOIA and
changed the
regular old
law.
court docs. You cannot, unless you're involved in the case, you can't get anything out of Minnesota.
Yeah, and I got an update on that. I know Kit doing her updates on Flames Trotter, but another update too. His victim did move out the house. She is far away, so and I know that he is out. She is safe.
Okay, good.
She moved. So, but yeah,
Oh, Gilbert?
Yeah.
yeah. But we have to
Oh.
listen. We have to make people corrupt. You got to update them.
Wait. Oh, I forgot.
Nobody lied
I-
about private calls. They never said that they were private. Now it says on a Securus call that these are not private. But even before it said that this call will be recorded and monitored. Like these calls are recorded and monitored. You know that it's not private.
And Gypsy had to be in a soft prison too because she on one of these calls she goes to her day by day plan and literally she's like, I wake up right and then I go eat breakfast and then I go back to bed. I wake up again. I go watch TV and then I go. She's like, I got a job between like a 2-hour job and then she goes back and watches more TV. I'm like, dude, you got a fucking maid. I don't know where the fuck she's at.
You know that's basically how it goes in prison, right?
Well,
You're
more
just
so
sitting
women.
around
prison.
twiddling your thumbs.
No, I understand that, but I'm talking about first of all, not every prison has a TV. That's a major privilege.
I mean, you got the pod TVs usually, like having your own TV.
Like one in the day room, right? It's the West Coast. That's what the West Coast. Yeah.
Right,
you
but
got
I mean, unless you're in an actual cell, you don't have a use for a personal TV if you're in a dorm.
Yeah, well, I mean, like if you got a day room, like usually,
Yeah, there's day room TV for
somebody
sure.
controls that TV though, and it's probably not
But
gonna
we
be
already
you.
knew
This is
that
when you need Pino up here.
Chillicothe is a cupcake camp. We knew that. Gypsy called it that.
But if
Okay,
you
that's
got
my
your
point.
own
There we go.
personal
It's a
Considers
cupcake.
it like being in college or some bullshit at one point. Like, yeah. We knew that this was a soft, like, easygoing place, but like nobody liked her, and she talks about that.
How about her admitting that all right, there's a point where she talks about Nick and she says that she let him in the door.
Well, she said that. How else was he
Okay.
gonna get in the house? Like that's what she said. She let him in the door.
Okay, so she's being smart. So she knows that these are recorded. It's like some of these calls are like,
Well, no, she already took a plea agreement. What does it matter what she says?
wait a minute, wait a minute, hold on.
You can't double jeopardy her.
Or you
It's double.
plead
It's a
down,
double.
you
Okay.
plead down,
Okay.
you plead
I
down.
thought that was when you get
Yeah,
acquitted.
she took a plea for second degree for 10 years.
Yeah, you
Yo,
plead down,
ask
but you
that
still
here you
get
go, Joy. Ask Plunder if we can get Mackenzie Shirilla's prison calls. That'd be the one that would get it. But
You get denied,
nah,
just keep trying. That's what we had to do for Gypsy. Somebody that I know also recently got her yesterday got her like money in, money out, like through JPay. So they know who's sending money, who was sending how much. Yeah, they got that list.
It should be wild, bro.
Yep. I mean, they've been trying to get this stuff on Gypsy for years, and all of a sudden, couple, maybe 2 weeks ago, they decided, here you go. And they gave it.
All right, Velma, we appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
You have a
yes.
great
Thank you
night.
very
Y'all too.
much.
That was a great
Appreciate
conversation.
all
Great
the
awareness for
knowledge.
post.
Yeah,
Go
she
ahead.
got a lot of knowledge on it, man. Like as far as following it by the structure of the law, anyway, running the timelines, running all of that. Like I see what she's saying. I see it. You know what I mean? I still don't know heads or tails of this thing, but I see what she's saying and I see why she's saying it. If she was on the jury, why she would say the way she's leaning right now. I mean, I can see her side of it. I don't know though when it comes to me, bro. Like I don't have enough myself. She's done way more research on it than I have. Like, so I don't know. I have to take her opinion and her thoughts at a high regard at this point because she put in way more work in trying to pinpoint this, that, and the third than I have. So, but my gut still, I don't know, man. Like this, and the
All
fact
right,
of the
man.
matter
Let's
is,
cut the bullshit,
nobody
man.
wins.
Let's cut the bullshit. Kill, fuck, Mary.
All right,
Gypsy
try to fuck
Rose.
me like you did DVS. All right.
No. Kill, fuck, Mary. Gypsy Rose,
Mm,
Casey Anthony, or Jody Aries.
I don't remember Jody Aries.
All right, let's take that one out. I'm not gonna put no one young like Mackenzie, so don't even think that. That
What
Johnny
was?
Mitchell. Hey, if this was Johnny Mitchell, he'd be like, "Oh, Mackenzie, you old fuck."
I mean, I know. I'm on off. I'm on off Gypsy, right? I'm
You're gonna
probably
off Gypsy right out the gate.
out the
Pause.
gate, dog.
In
Out
fucking
the
Minecraft
gate.
world.
Out the gate. I just can't.
All right, we're out of Sarah Boone. Thank you, Evie G. So,
we. Oh, damn, bro. I don't even want to answer this question.
dude, Sarah Boone's probably dang, bro. Sarah Boone technically would be the least evil out of the three, but Casey Anthony never got found guilty. But come on, we
But
know,
I mean,
we all know. We know, no dad might too. You know,
what was Jody there? Aries, like she was decently attractive, right?
yeah.
And what was it? What
So
did she do?
so Pokemon John, aka AZ, he was in court with her. So he's from Arizona, so he has a couple stories about being in the same courtroom with Jody and how the male inmates were acting when they seen her. I got to get him on to talk about it, bro. I want to talk. I want to start a woman series of incarcerated women. And I want to do it with maybe get AZ on the first one. His mom's a CO. It'd be great. But anyways, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
can't even answer this question anyway, bro.
Yeah, it's a trick question.
No, bro. You know what I mean? I'm in a position in life. I don't need these questions.
Yeah. DVS answered it. He said he was gonna marry Gypsy. He said he would kill Casey. He would do whatever with Sarah, and then he would just marry Gypsy Rose. That's what DVS said. I wonder what Ronnie Blue Eyes would say.
I don't know, bro.
See, some guys are going to go for looks. They're not going to care about what they did because they're all evil girls. But you got to level out
What
the
did
evilness.
Aries do? What did
Casey
Aries
Anthony's
do?
got to go, bro.
What did
Dude,
Aries do?
she killed her man. She killed her boyfriend, bro. So you're going to die if you marry her.
I mean, not necessarily.
You have the percent is high. If we had odds, dude, it's not looking good for you, brother.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he just couldn't match her energy. I don't know.
Bro, that's a victim you're talking about, bro.
I know, man. I know. But I'm just saying, like, there's some like she sound like she crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to match that energy, bro.
They're all crazy. all these women are crazy on this list. That's
They
the
are
point.
all crazy. Yeah, I don't think you can answer that question, really, bro.
Oh, I got something to show you before we go. This is freaking weird.
She Dr. Valle said she killed him 3 times over, cuz. Damn, 3 times over. Oh, I remember hearing about the doggy door. I remember. Okay, it's coming to me a little bit.
Let me ask you something. Why is Burner 420 doing songs with minors? A fake North Dano white boy. Why are we
I had
doing
no
this?
idea. I
What's
had
the
no
point?
idea.
And he paid the boy, bro.
I had no idea. I've heard of the kid though.
I know you know who I'm talking about, Lil Brazy.
Yeah, yeah, I know who the kid is, but why? Why would you? Yeah, I don't understand that, bro.
He's a fake little The Northerners have already beat his ass like 5 times, bro. This little jit over here.
I mean, when worst comes to worst, I guess I don't know, man. Like push comes to shove.
And you know the ironic part is now Lil Brazy just did a song with a dropout, a former Northerner dropout, Burner 420. And he
they gonna
left on
make their
bad
whole.
terms. He didn't
They
leave on
gonna
good terms.
they gonna
He
make
left
their
on
whole
bad
little
terms.
genre, bro. They gonna make their whole little genre.
Oh, JLR had a court date today. Let's get to that too.
Shit, I had a bedtime too, but you know. Yeah, that's a while. I didn't know that he made a song with Lil Brazy.
It literally came out right before the live. JLR, man, this is what he. If you want to read that, we'll get out of here.
All right, let me make my screen a little bit bigger. All right, here we go. JLR. We know who did it. We know who did is. We know who did this. Florida prosecutors know who did this. My attorneys and Florida prosecutors are working together on this matter. Serious violation of attorney-client privilege. My Gmail was accessed by a cell phone in Arkansas over 5,000 times since December 27th, 2025. Criminal charges are coming. What the rest? JLR was hacked. The hacker was able to access private attorney-client privilege communication. Someone has also been receiving his Twitter payment. It's
cut off. I don't have the other end. I don't know why I don't have the other end, but pause. I don't know. I didn't look too much into this. I know that he had a court date today, right? Kit covered it. JLR, dude, you're in a bad position because now you got it. This is the thing. She's going around saying, Samantha Guthrie, talk about what's going on. Why don't you speak on what's going on with your life? Well, JLR, we could say the same thing about you. You're not speaking about your court cases. Like, you want to talk about theories. You guys keep bringing up these cousins that kidnapped Nancy Guthrie or neighbors or whatever. You think it's these people, right? Well, my theory is, dude, if we followed the money, who has made the most money off of Nancy Guthrie disappearance?
JLR.
Okay. That's all I got to say. Allegedly.
Yeah.
That's my theory, motherfucker. How you feel about that? Don't be going around with stupid theories when you don't know what the hell's going on. Dude, another thing, too, you guys are not even supposed to be there anyways. I don't know why he went back to Tucson. You're not even supposed to be near the property. Get away from that shit, man.
Yeah,
You
he
contaminated the
been
cases.
doing too much. Been doing too much for a minute.
I'm still not over what you did while you were in prison, dude. And that's never going to get blowed over. What you did in prison, you admitted that you're gay in multiple lawsuits. There's multiple lawsuits where you admit that you're gay, which is fine, whatever. But you used that against somebody like, "Oh, I was Allen Iverson, I was doing this to him." Dude, what the hell? You lied.
Bro.
Somebody that should never gave you the damn computer.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have took over. Should have parental controls.
Who is LE? I've been
What you
seeing
mean?
that in the chat. LE.
LE.
And I got an email saying some chick has been emailing Stephen Stearns. Listen, man. And they got a
Talking about.
YouTube channel. Listen, man. Okay. Mackenzie
Talking
Shirilla's
about.
one thing. I don't really care. I mean, like you could email whatever with her, whatever. I don't. It's not as extreme. But Stephen Stearns, oh, you're going to get roasted. You're going to get roasted with Mackenzie Shirilla too. But with Stephen Stearns, it's 10 times worse, bro. That is one of the most horrible human beings on this earth. And on top of that, he worked at freaking Universal. So there's no telling what he did at Universal or Disney. I can't remember. It's crazy. Me and Pino would talk about this. A lot of people that live in Orlando and where he lived at some time worked at a theme park. A lot. And it's kind of like that. You ever heard that comedian talk about how older people with no kids go to Disney are weird?
Yeah, I've heard some stuff about that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Stephen Stearns fits right into that weirdo. And I guess there's a YouTuber that's been emailing and talking with him, and I think it's about to come out. I don't know if it's out yet. All right, who's LE? Who do you say?
That's law
Oh,
enforcement.
law enforcement. Oh, I thought it was a channel. My bad. Damn, everyone commented that. All right, that's when you know you got to go to bed. Shout out to
That's right.
everybody, man. YouTube Streets Podcast, Corrupt. Final words.
It's the YouTube streets, baby. You already know what it is. Plug, you did it again.
Wait a minute. We know that for a fact Casey Anthony didn't work at a theme park.
That is a fact. She claimed to work at Universal, took the police there, told them I'll take you to my office. It was
We'll
obvious
see.
nobody knew her there.
I remember that now. I was
Yeah.
legit when this case was going on. I was
Yeah.
dude, Scott Peterson case. I was a jitterbug, but to me that's the case I remembered. Like that case was huge.
She took him to like a janitor's closet, bro, talking about this is my office.
Knowing Casey Anthony, she probably fucked in that janitor's closet.
Yeah, she probably did make some money in there, but who knows?
She did.
Bro?
She wanted
That's
a party.
allegedly.
She wanted a party. Is that post? Is that post?
What post?
I don't know. That's another conversation.
I mean, she definitely wanted a party, bro.
80,000 freaking employees is a lot, but at least what's the percentage that are Chomo's forging?
I don't know. You could probably figure out the statistics on 80,000 people and how many could be that statistically pretty quickly.
We got to end the live on a really you know how we do it, man.
Bro, I ended it live 2 minutes ago, bro. I don't know what you mean.
That was a horrible ending.
Bro, I'm done.
That's not the ending.
All right, then. It's on you, homie. I've had too many late nights already.
See, the women that don't have kids that go to Disney are not weird. It's the men that have no wife that go and just walk around with one of those fanny packs, New Balances.
And they get the Mickey ears.
They get the Mickey ears. They're not a complete chomo unless they get the Mickey ears.
Yeah, they got the embroidered Mickey ears, bro.
And then they get their face painted. That's how you know it's not good. It's not good. Oh, I should have put Chris Watts' wife in that mix.
Bro, did you see that group text that you and I and that other person sent us?
What'd I miss?
Wasn't that real? I don't know. Like, there's no way it was real. There is
What
no
that pitch?
way.
That new picture they got with Dub on all fours? I don't care about
No,
that.
bro. I don't. What the hell you? I don't know
Oh, that's the
nothing
wrong
about
group chat.
that. Yeah, I'm not in that group
Yeah,
chat.
you don't want to
Bro.
be in that one. Barry Woods in that one.
This is just this. Somebody else made it. Put you, me, in there, and they hit us up like daily, bro. And I cannot find it right now. There it is. All right. So this one, bro. Oh wait, my picture ain't on. Hold on.
Just describe it to me. I can't leave the screen. I need
Okay,
to know what you're talking about.
19-year-old arrested on child charge after allegedly biting a
Oh, the girl
child,
with the teeth
and
that
then
looks
them
like
teeth's
Mackenzie.
hanging out their face. Yes. Bro,
Oh
there's
yeah, I
no
got that picture
way.
somewhere.
There's
Hold on.
no way that's not real. I mean, there's no way that's real, right? Like them
Hold on, I'll
teeth,
find
bro.
it. I got it.
If her
I know what you're
teeth
talking
fit in
about.
if her teeth fit in her mouth, I would believe that it might be a real story. But seeing how her teeth do not like fit her face, much less her mouth. Oh man. I don't know.
Dude, I'm
Like
telling you
even
that I'm telling you, after CERN shut down their thing, whatever they got going on, we went back to another universe, and this is actually Mackenzie Shirilla.
yes, so this at the bottom right underneath where you cannot see on this photo, it says 19-year-old arrested on a child charge after allegedly biting a child. Look at these teeth, y'all. Is this a real story?
Ryan Anderson would probably get fellatio from this woman.
It be
I'm
canned
telling you,
corn.
this is Mackenzie in 10 years in that prison.
That's
Imagine
leaving
her
it
doing
alone.
imagine her doing Carney talk now. She fits the part. Like she
I
can
gotta
actually
leave
do
it
Carney talk.
alone, bro. I gotta leave it alone. I'm gonna start saying things that are not meant for. Yeah, this is wild. That cannot be real, bro.
Listen, man.
Could you
We all
imagine
know
doing the teeth match, bro? Like lining up the teeth to the child, like where she bit him, like, bro, you wouldn't even have to do it, like.
this woman is a piece of shit, so we can clown her just to let everybody know. She's
She
got the
got
Mississippi
4
River on her fucking head right now, and she's got a unibrow. She looks like a fucking
I
a
don't know how you're
homeboy for.
looking at anything but the teeth, dog. I don't know how you even.
Nah, it's Anthony Davis' little sister or something, bro. It's there.
Bro, where's her chin go though, bro? It's like her top teeth ate her chin.
They tell you not to smile in your mugshots.
She ain't. That's the problem. That's just how she look.
She has nowhere to put the teeth.
Nah, bro. Like they don't retract. They don't fold back. She might have another row like a shark behind them. I don't know. I'm not sure. But my gracious, bro. I wonder if there's more than 4.
Yeah. So it's explain to people what the crime she did again.
I wonder how do you ever eat a beef jerky steak?
You don't. People that have like no teeth, they have to pick and choose.
I
You have to
mean,
pick and
bro,
choose,
like,
brother.
how do you bite that, bro? Like, you gonna have to bite into your
They
chin
don't.
every time you wanna like eat a Slim Jim.
Soft foods only, brother.
Well,
That's how
what was the
jumpsuits gonna
question?
be. That's how jumpsuits eating right now. He's gonna be eating like that after Pino puts it on him.
What was the question you just asked though?
Are you married?
I am.